getting ready to receive. All right. Welcome to today's beautiful game against your St. Johns Redskins and the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. We're live here getting ready for the kickoff. Number 32 for St. Johns, Gage Trickey, getting ready to kick off deep for Santa Cruz. St. Johns won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. So as the game gets underway with a nice kickoff by Gage Trickey, we've already got our first whistle of the game from this officiating crew. It appears that the kicking team, St. Johns Redskins, were offsides. These young men are pretty excited to get the game started today, James Thomas, and they just fired off a little bit early. One step across the line before Mr. Gage Trickey kicked that ball, so they're going to penalize him 5 yards. That puts St. Johns back on their own 35-yard line, getting ready to kick off to the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. We'll talk a little bit more about Santa Cruz as we get this game underway. They're a very, very run-heavy team. They rarely throw the ball, and they've got a great line. That's going to square against St. John's strength of their line. So the ball gets kicked off to number 13 for the Dust Devils, and number 13 looking to come up the side. That's David Alviez. He takes it out to almost the 28-yard line where he's brought down by a whole host of Redskins. Number 19 for St. John's helps bring him down. That's Case Heat. The wide receiver makes that tackle. So as Santa Cruz takes the field for the very first time, you're going to see one of the best running backs in the 2A conference, number 30 for Santa Cruz. He's been doing it all for him this year. A very, very good running back. His name is Hunter Ogle. Hunter Ogle. He's a senior. He has over 1,600 yards rushing on the season. So James Thomas, very interested to see how these lines square up against each other.
Yeah, they're both very big lines today, Michael. First down gets about a gain of 2 right there.
About a gain of 2. So you see that big St. John's line fire off the ball. We've been watching them all season, and, man, they are big and they are physical. But when I look at Santa Cruz's line, I see the same thing, a big physical line right there.
Absolutely, definitely one of the bigger lines that we've faced this year, so it'll be interesting to see as we get later in the game how we hold up and how they hold up against us.
We're going to talk a lot about that St. John's offensive and defensive line. There's a fake right there by the QB, and that's a nice tackle and stick up right there by number 1, Dion Perry for St. John's. It looks like the Santa Cruz Dust Devils have the first down. So if you're joining us with audio only, thanks for joining us, number 1. A massive, massive thank you to Team Legacy Productions. Legacy Team Productions is making this possible today. So a huge thank you to Legacy Team Productions, Mike Latham, Apache County Superior Court judge, putting this all together through the loft and the lodge. So huge thank you to him for making this available on audio today. Nice move right there.
Got a fumble out on the ground there. Michael came up from behind, caused the fumble. We'll see what it looks like. The refs are calling it St. John's ball.
All right, there you go, Mr. James Thomas. Right there, start the game. The Dust Devils did a little misdirection counter to that receiver. He came up the other side. St. John's popped that receiver hard. The ball went up in the air and put the rock on the rug, and the Redskins get the rock off the rug, and they've got the ball 1st and 10 on their 43-yard line. So big turn of events. Could be a massive momentum change right there.
Yeah, that was good hustle. I couldn't quite see Michael, who came up from behind over there, knocked that ball loose, but that was great hustle.
All right, so number 11 for St. John's, he is the great Cale Stewart, quarterback for St. John's. He hands off, ball up the middle. Oh, wow, nice. I'm seeing mouthpieces come out. Did you see that mouthpiece come out right there?
Absolutely, that was a nice, looks like about almost enough. Oh, they're going to give him the first down. They're moving the chains. Nice run by Ira Tolis.
All right, so number 28, Ira Tolis. Now, this broadcast is going to be a little bit different. If you're just listening to us on audio, we'll talk about your right to your left, so like if you were looking at the field. So St. John's is on your right, headed towards the left across the dial, so to speak, like back in the old days. Right to left, they're on their own. Well, they've moved into Santa Cruz territory on the 47, and Cale Stewart drops back and throws the ball over to the corner, and it's dropped by number 1, Dion Perry. So St. John's is going to have it's going to be 2nd and 10. They're inside Santa Cruz territory on the 47-yard line, and there is 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the game right now. It looks like St. John's is going to want to throw the ball a little bit. James, what do you think we need to see from St. John's today for them to win this football game?
Well, I think we're going to have to be able to make sure that we catch those passes, get those passes completed for them to keep our running game open. If we can't pass the ball a little bit, they're just going to crowd the box and stop us like they did right there with a little 2-yard game from Tolis.
So Ira Tolis takes it right off the 4-hole, right off the right side. If you don't know what the 4-hole is, he comes right between the guard and the tackle on the right side of the line. Ira Tolis is a super hard runner. He only gets 2 yards right there. Santa Cruz has got a big, heavy line. They're very fast to the ball. They look like they're going to really shoot those gaps, and they're going to make us throw over the top or run some misdirection. So St. John's lines up. It's 3rd and 8 from Santa Cruz's 45. Kel Stewart in the backfield. He's got another back there, Ira Tolis. He drops back. He rolls to his left. He's looking downfield. A nice throw to number 15. He overthrows Joseph Bushman, number 15. Joseph Bushman was open underneath.
He was open right there. Come out to post corner. Kel just overthrew him a little bit right there on that pass.
So Santa Cruz, as soon as Kel Stewart went back to drop back to pass, Santa Cruz went back into a cover too. All the linebackers went back, and Joseph Bushman had a perfect route. He was right underneath the safety and over the top of the linebackers. The ball was just a little bit too far thrown, or he would have had him for about a 12-yard gain. So now it is 4th and 2. Nicholas Patterson's going to punt the ball. Nicholas Patterson with a nice high end-over-end kick. It drops at the 10. St. John's grabs it right there, and it looks like number 32, Gage Trickey, on special teams, and they're going to put that at the 9-yard line. No,
14,
it's going to be at
Michael.
the 14. He knocked it down to the 9, but where he touched it was a 14. So Santa Cruz is going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 14. So after that great turnover by the Redskins, they don't capitalize. They only get 1 first down. Santa Cruz holds, and Santa Cruz from their own 14 going from your left to your right as they come to the ball.
Got a snap, got a handoff up the middle to Ogle. Man, that kid's powerful running.
That kid's a good runner right there.
About a gain of 9.5.
Almost a first down, huh?
Looks like they're going to give him the first down there.
So he did get 10 yards. So there's the running back we're talking about, number 30, big Hunter Ogle for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. He averages 11.1 yards a carry. So every time he touches the ball, he averages 11 yards, and that right there was 10 yards. Very powerful runner.
Santa Cruz right there
Here
pulls the house off
screen.
to the right. He got a sweep here for about 20-yard gain right there, Michael. Right there, they pulled at least 2 down linemen to the right, pitched it to the right, ran a sweep, and got a 20-yard run.
So what you're seeing out of Santa Cruz right now is that big line is very mobile. They'll pull their guard and their tackle, and if you don't shoot those gaps when they pull, they're going to hurt you. So number 50 and number 56 for the Dust Devils, that's Juan Castillo and Diego Castillo. They are actually twins. Big old lineman for Santa Cruz's twins. Here comes a jet sweep to the right, and that jet sweep is going to go. Number 19, Gage Heat, pulls him down, but that's another 25-yard gain right there.
Yeah, that was a nice sweep, Michael. That was big speed by number 88 for the Santa Cruz.
So number 88 for Santa Cruz, that's Stephen Calvin. He's a 5'11", 190-pound junior, and he takes the jet sweep to the right, and that goes for actually 26 yards. So the Redskins looking at a 20-yard play and a 26-yard play. That's 56 yards on 2 plays as Santa Cruz comes to the line again. And here comes it. They drops back to pass for a rare pass. The Redskins are nowhere to be found. Wow.
Santa Cruz gets that down to the 5-yard line, Michael. Everybody was expecting run. They went out for a pass. Nobody covering him for a big gain of about 25 yards on the pass.
So Santa Cruz only throws about once every quarter. They throw less than 10 times a game. They pull up with the big pass. It goes for 25 yards. It's from number 3, Wyatt Ogle, the quarterback, to number 35, Dylan Huckle, and that is a 25-yard gain. So the Santa Cruz Dust Devils have 1st and goal on about the 6-yard line. So Santa Cruz, 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. They went the length of the field in 4 plays. They were on the 14-yard line. They're now on basically the 5-yard line. So they went to almost the length of the field on 4 plays, 3 big runs, 1 beautiful pass. St. John's wasn't even ready for the pass. They were nowhere near. Here's a run up the middle.
Nice stop right there by Nick Patterson, shot through for about a 1-yard loss.
Big number 50, Nicholas Patterson. We'll talk about him a lot today, I'm sure, but big number 50, Nicholas Patterson, shoots through the line, catches that running back in the backfield, and that's actually a 1-yard loss for Santa Cruz. So it's 2nd and goal. The ball is on the 7-yard line to Santa Cruz. They're trying to score right here on the Redskins. 2nd and goal. Ball's on the 7. Hogle in the backfield. Gives it to his brother, number 30, up the middle. And he gets all the way up to the 2-yard line. So that's about a 5-yard run by Hunter Ogle. the big senior running back for Santa Cruz, who averages 10 yards a carry. So Santa Cruz, it's 3rd and goal. Ball is on the 2-yard line. There's 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this first quarter. Hogle is the quarterback. His brother, Hunter Ogle, is in the backfield. He gives it to his brother again, Hunter Ogle, and he scores easy.
Touchdown, Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz with a touchdown, runs it right up the middle behind those two big twins, Juan Castillo Lopez and Diego Castillo Lopez, those two big twins for Santa Cruz, number 50 and 56, open up a hole, and the big senior running back, Hunter Ogle, number 30, takes it right up the middle, and he walks into the end zone. So St. John's has got their work cut out for him, James.
That was a very impressive drive right there by the Dust Devils. I think it was 7 plays down to score a touchdown and started clear back here deep in their own territory. Nice combination of runnings, and then that one long pass down the field opened things back up, and the extra point is no good.
So number 21 for the Dust Devils, that's Ricardo Alanez. He's their kicker. Hunter Ogle, the big running back, holds the ball for him. The ball gets down, but he just misses the kick wide to the left. So the Sand Devils, they miss the kick, and so it's 6 points right there from the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. So Santa Cruz lines up to kick off. James, it looks like Santa Cruz is going to kick the ball deep to the Redskins. Redskins are hopefully going to get the ball. What is St. John's going to have to do to go down and match this score right here?
We're going to just have to stay with the game plan, Mike. We're going to have to run and pass. We're going to have to do both very well, because if you have to rely just on the pass, if we can't get nothing going in the running game, it's going to be a long day for the Redskins.
All right, so Santa Cruz getting ready to line up right here. St. John's did have some good plays. They were moving the ball. They just had a couple overthrown passes. They had a dropped pass. That's how we started against Scottsdale Christian, if you remember last time. We actually had 5 dropped passes in the first period against Scottsdale Christian. So these young men have got to settle down and realize this is do or die, all or nothing. Loser goes home, winner goes to the state championship. We are here live at Higley High School down here in Gilbert, Arizona. My name is By Whiting. I'm with James Thomas. We're announcing this game on audio. We've got a great crew here with us today. I want to give a huge shout-out to Victor Chavez. He has set everything up here today. Like I always say, it looks like we're flying in a 747 or a space shuttle. There's wires everywhere and screens and whatnot. So a huge shout-out to him for getting this ready as Santa Cruz kicks off. It's a squib down the middle.
Covered in there by Nick Patterson. Nick stuck his hand out, stopped the ball, which gives the Redskins real good field possession on their own 40.
So that's a great play right there. So the Redskins get the ball back on the 40. They've got a short field. They've only got to go about 60 yards to score. And as they take the field, you're going to see St. John's' quarterback come out on there. Number 11, he's ready to – Kel Stewart is ready to lead this team down to the end zone. We've got number 19, Gage Heap, is split out wide to the right. There's 2 running backs in the backfield right now in that I-power formation, James Thomas and Ira Tullis. And Ira Tullis has stood up heavy in the backfield.
Yeah, that defensive end, I think number 89 for the Dust Devils, came in there and hit Ira about 2 yards in the backfield.
And you don't see Ira Tullis go backwards very often, and he stood him straight up. He actually lost a yard. That is Mr. Lopez, number 89 for the Dust Devils. So St. John's is going to have a 2nd and 11 from their own 40-yard line. So 2nd 11 from the 40-yard line. That was a nice stunt off the corner with that defensive end right there. So Kel Stewart is in the backfield. He's got Ira back there with him. He drops back to pass. There's a double pump. He sees the rush. He rolls out. Kel Stewart throws the ball up the field. It's a little bit short, and it looks like they're going to say, did he catch it or not? It went to number 15. The officials are going to have a conference right here, and it looks like they're probably going to award him the ball because his arms were underneath it. But, nope, they wave it off. It's an incomplete pass. It would have been about a 20-yard gain. That was a nice move right there by Kel Stewart, number 11, St. John's' quarterback. He felt the pressure coming from the left-hand side. He shook that off and came out, rolled out, and found that nice Joseph Bushman route. Just couldn't get the ball up there high enough to him,
Absolutely.
James.
If he would have had the right distance on that, Bushman was wide open. He had a chance of possibly to take it all the way to the house there, at least make a completion for a good pickup of yards.
All right, so as the Redskins come to the line, it is 3rd and 11 on their own 40-yard line. There's 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Kel Stewart is in the shotgun. He's got Ira Tullis back there with him. There's a pump and a fake, and he's going to get sacked by number 35. Kel Stewart sacked by number 35 from Santa Cruz. Dylan Hakil He's a 6'2", 275-pound senior. He comes off that left side unblocked, James, completely unblocked.
Absolutely, and he came up there with a lot of speed and hit Stewart hard in the back right there. Luckily, he held on to the ball and didn't create a turnover and give them the ball back over here on their territory.
And that's a great point, James. He does not cough the ball up, so it is going to be 4th and 7. Big Nicholas Patterson is back there to punt for the second time today. He's standing at about his own 25. He kicks the ball. It's a nice end-over-end kick, and it goes down to number 3, Hogel for Santa Cruz. He tries to take it up the sideline, and he goes out of bounds at the 32.
Looks like he was going to go ahead and let that ball go by, Michael, but there wasn't any Redskins down there, so he decided to pick it up and move it down the field for about an 8-yard gain.
So instead of the ball rolling for another 10, 15 yards, we go back the opposite way. So that's a 20-yard turnaround because the Redskins don't have anybody down there to get that ball. I'm not sure where the gunners were or who was on the outside to cover that, but that's about a 20, 25-yard turnaround right there. Instead of the ball being down on the 15, it's now on the 32 for Santa Cruz. And like any good coach will tell you, special teams will make or break you, especially in championship football like this when you deep into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So Santa Cruz 1st and 10 from their own 32. Hogel is in. He takes the shotgun, gives a jet sweep to number 13, and here comes the jet sweep to the outside. And Gage Heat makes an outstanding play.
Nice tackle out there by Case, running that guy down and making a very minimal gain, maybe 2 yards on that.
Case got out there quick. You could see it coming, and Case Heap got out there. And like you said, James, just a real minimal gain. So it's going to be 2nd and about 9 from the 33 of Santa Cruz. That was a nice jet sweep right there from number 13, David Alves, but he just got caught out there by number 19, Mr. Heap. So nice rundown. Case Heap, number 19, brings him down. So the Redskins line up. It looks like they're running almost a 4-4. 4-4 with 4 hands down. And here comes the whole house sweep to number 21. He keeps bringing to the outside with some speed, and Deion Perry puts him down. That's going to be about a 13-yard gain. Deion Perry makes the tackle over here on the Santa Cruz sideline, but not before the first down scored.
Yeah, it looks like we're lining up everybody on the insides of the tight ends on the offense. We're gonna have to adjust that, get somebody on the outside so we're not getting outflanked like that.
And that's exactly, James, that's a great point. Everybody is crammed inside the box. We've got 4 down linemen inside the box, and there's 4 linebackers inside the box, and they're running jet sweeps to the outside. And it's just we're not able to get out there and cover for it.
Yeah, that was a nice stop right there. Looks like by number 22, Slade Nevin, for about a 3-yard gain for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is working down the field. They're on their own 49 right here, about to approach midfield. We're going to have to get a stop here. The Redskins are going to have to get a stop here, Michael.
All right, so it is 2nd and 8. Santa Cruz has got the ball on their own 49. They're right at midfield. They come lining up. The Redskins are there again. We've got 4 people with their hands on the ground and 4 linebackers right there on the inside. Santa Cruz is tight as well. Here comes a sweep. They try to run a counter up the middle, and big number 50. Who is that right there?
Nick Patterson.
That is Nicholas Patterson, a big 58.
Brady Overson.
That's Brady Overson and Nicholas Patterson. Stop that. That's an interesting little, it's almost like a jet sweep counter or a jet sweep trap.
Yeah, they were faking the jet sweep this way and a little counter back to the left.
If that goes up the middle, that'll go for a touchdown. And St.Johns does a great job staying at home. And so now it's going to be 3rd and 7. Santa Cruz is on the 50-yard line. They're at the midfield point. There's 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Santa Cruz is up 6-0 over the Redskins. 3rd and 7. Ogle in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. And unfortunately, one of the Redskins' defensive linemen jumps offside, so it's going to be 5 yards, but Santa Cruz still won't have a first down. It's just going to be 3rd and 2 for Santa Cruz now with that Redskin jumping off sides.
Yeah, big mistake right there. A little antsy to get across there and try to make a stop by the defensive lineman of the Redskins.
All right, so Santa Cruz goes back in the huddle. Hogel, they're brothers. Hogel, number 3, is a junior for Santa Cruz. He is the quarterback. His brother is number 30, the all-state, all-star running back. One's a senior, one's a junior. But Hogel is in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. He takes the snap on 3rd and 2, gives it up the middle, and he does get a first down. That's going to go for about a 7-yard gain up the middle with a big push from that Santa Cruz line.
Is that number 20? 21
yeah.
for Santa Cruz made that first down run?
Yeah, 21 for Santa Cruz. That's Ricardo Alanez. We've seen a lot from him already. He is a running back. He's a 5'9 junior. He runs a lot bigger than he looks. So Santa Cruz has a 1st and 10 inside St. John's territory on St. John's 38 as Hogel takes the ball in the shot. He drops back to pass. A very rare pass from Santa Cruz. Runs out deep, number 9, and he catches the ball.
Out of bounds, Michael. He caught the ball out of bounds.
Wow.
Nice ball. Nice ball by the quarterback in there, just about 2 feet too far to the right.
So it was a great play by James Thomas down there because you don't see him passing a lot. James had to come all the way across the field to get on that receiver, and he played it just perfect, turned right when the ball was in the air, and that receiver was forced out of bounds. And even though he caught the ball, he's out of bounds, so it doesn't count. So Santa Cruz, again, 2nd and 10 on the St. John's 38. Hogel takes it from the shotgun right up the middle to his brother. His brother dances to the outside, and he cannot get away.
It's a nice wrap-up up there by 22, Slade Nevin.
Man, Slade Nevin comes up from that linebacker spot, and he hits that all-state big running back and wraps him up. He only gets 1 yard on that play. What a great job by Slade Nevin right there. You know, I don't know that these running backs for Santa Cruz have been tackled like this. St. John's knows how to tackle. Big, physical. They hold on to you. They hit you low. You're not going to run them over. If you're going to hit them standing straight up, you're not going to go anywhere. Slade Nevin, great job right there. So it's 3rd and 8. Hogel takes it. It's a quarterback draw up the middle, and he gets chopped down. I mean, he gets chopped down like a lumberjack. Number 40 comes in there and makes a huge hit right there. That is, you know, Hogel makes a tackle on Ogle. Our man Hogel, big number 40 for St. John's. Hogel makes a tackle on the all-state running back number 30. Ogle chops him down. So Santa Cruz finds himself with 4th and 5 on the St. John's. It looks like it's going to be about the 34-yard line. So 4th and 5, Santa Cruz is going for it. They're in St. John's territory on the 35, and Santa Cruz smartly calls a timeout. So Santa Cruz wants to talk about this. There's 1 minute and 16 seconds to go. It's 4th and 5 on the 33-yard line of St. John's. It's too far for any high school field goal kicker to kick it, but it's too close to punt, James. So 4th and 5, what do you think we're going to see here?
It's hard to say, Michael. I know we're going to see a run. I don't think they're going to go with the pass, only 5 yards, but I don't know if they're going to try a counter or just go with that jet sweep. That jet sweep's been effective for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils so far today.
And that jet sweep really has been effective because we're trying to clog the line. We're trying to stop their traps and their counters and their misdirections. So those ends have been open. Although we've had Mr. Heaps made some nice plays out there on the end. We've had some nice plays out there as well by a couple other cornerbacks for St. John's. So they're getting a feel for each other. These lines are getting a feel for each other. I'm not seeing St. John's' line getting run over at all.
Absolutely not. Couple big plays, Michael, on that where the Redskins could have been a little antsy there. That the first series, the second series when Santa Cruz went down and scored, looks like they're settling in now, and we got us a battle here.
All right, so Santa Cruz comes to the line. There are 3 backs in the backfield with a wing T formation on Santa Cruz's left side. Ogle takes the ball, gives it to right up the middle. They do not get it. Oh, St. John's comes through with a monster play. A whole host. Brady Overson was in there. Nicholas Patterson clogged it up the middle.
Jacob Skousen came in, number 53.
Jacob Skousen made a great hit in there. And Santa Cruz actually lost 2 yards on that play. They tried to go right at the strength of the St. John's line, and the St. John's line just blew them backwards and ate that play up.
Very good 4th down play by the Redskins, stopping it up the middle right there. Gets us the ball back, a little momentum with 1:11 left in the first quarter. See if we can go down and make a score here.
All right, so the ball gets turned over. St. John's on their own 30-yard line. They've got 70 yards to go to score. Kell is in the backfield. James Thomas right behind him, and Ira Tolis right there in the I setback. It goes to Ira Tolis off the left side. He cuts to the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and Ira Tolis for 14 yards.
That was a nice run there, Michael. He went up the middle where his lead blocker, James Thomas, was. He didn't see that it was all plugged up. Santa Cruz had the center plugged up, and he bounced it off to the outside, made a nice 10, 11-yard run.
Man, he broke that tackle right there. Ira Tolis, man, we watched him in that Scottsdale game last week. Man, he ran like he weighed 250 pounds. He bounces, he rolls, he moves, and he's got a lead blocker like James Thomas, and it just starts to open up holes. So we'll see what St. John's does here. It's 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Kel Stewart under center, drops back to pass, rolls out. Number 1 is sprinting, and it looks like Kel Stewart's just going to take the ball, go up the field, and I think they're going to give him about 3 yards. He steps out of bounds.
Yeah, about 3 yards right there.
You know what I'd like to see, James? I played quarterback for a lot of years. I would like to see him, if he's going to go, tuck that ball in on the outside, and go up that sideline as hard as he can and run some people over and see if he just can't get that first down right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you start rolling out to the right and you see nothing developing downfield, make up your mind and get downfield and try to gain more yards.
Or pull up, stand there, and see if you can get an open receiver. If not, just throw it out of bounds. But Kel Stewart does a great job. He gets about 4 yards there for St. John's. So it's 2nd and 6. Kel Stewart under center, gives to Ira Tolis off that side, and Ira Tolis goes for 5 yards off that right side.
That was a nice little gain there. We'll take that all day. Michael, the Redskins will 5 yards at a time. That was a nice open-up hole on the right side over there by Brady Overson, and I'm not sure who the guard is on that side, but that was a nice little 5-yard gain.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 3. The ball's on the 49-yard line. St. John's into Scottsdale territory, but time's going to run out on the clock before they get this snap off. So I think we're going to probably end up going into the second quarter as St. John's won't get the ball off before the first quarter expires. So they're really not going to go far. They're just going to shift field. It's going to be a 2-yard shift on the field as we start this second quarter. Let me give you a quick recap. St. John's 0. Santa Cruz is 6. They went down and had a great drive. It took them about 4 plays to go the length of the field. St. John's has now kind of calmed down, tightened up, and looks like they're going to start moving the ball. They had a great 4th down stand with Santa Cruz deep in St. John's territory, and that's where we stand right now when we start this second quarter. It's going to be St. John's 3rd and 3 on Santa Cruz's 49-yard line.
Yeah, it was a very, very good first quarter by both teams there. A lot of running. The Redskins are still yet to complete a pass. We're going to have to get some pass completions opened up here to get this running game opened up for them.
And that's for sure. We had a couple dropped passes, one overthrow, an underthrow as everyone's kind of getting their nerves worked out. So while we've got a couple minutes, I want to talk about this great production team we've got. We've got interviews. We don't actually have the live stream. I apologize for that. The AIA owns the right, so we weren't able to get the actual video live stream, but we can still do this through audio. So Paul Hancock, Victor Chavez, Judge Mike Latham, they're here. They're running the cameras. They're doing still shots. They've got interviews. We've got interviews at halftime with Coach Morgan, some of the players. So stick with us at halftime. It's going to be a really cool halftime. As St. John's comes out and takes the field, it's 3rd and about 4 is what it really looks like. Kel Stewart is under center. He's not in the shotgun. Behind him is Ira Tolis, and he goes up under center, 3rd and 4. And we have a St. John's player jumps off sides. That's Slade Nevin, number 22 for St. John's. So he jumps off sides. That's a very easy call for the back judge. And so it's going to end up being about 3rd, and it's going to look like about 3rd and 8 is what St. John's is going to have. So they shot themselves in the foot several times with some offsides plays, but you like to see aggressive plays, and these players are ready to go. You don't want to tamp that down, but you definitely don't want to jump off sides like that. Not against a great team like this, Santa Cruz.
Absolutely. Now you got 3rd and 4. Now we're looking at about 3rd and 8.
So now Kel Stewart, he is actually in the shotgun, takes the ball, drops back to pass. Line does a great job holding. He makes a nice throw out there to number 15, Joseph Bushman. And Joseph Bushman gets slung down after a 15-yard gain. Joseph Bushman had a big game against Scottsdale last week, and it looks like he's going to have another big game here. Joseph Bushman, number 15 for St. John's. He's a senior, 6 foot, 183 pound, and he does a great job of the catch. That's a nice job by Kel Stewart, James, to drop back.
Yep, he let it develop, let Bushman get out there, get open, made a nice throw to him, and a very good gain for the Redskins.
And Ira Tolis came up and picked up that lineman, did a great job picking up that lineman as he came through. The line held really well. So St. John's 1st and 10. They're down in Santa Cruz territory on the 40-yard line. Kel Stewart under center gives it off to Ira Tolis, who bounces it to the route. It breaks a tackle, tries to break another tackle, gets hit out of bounds. There is no flag on a late hit, and it looks like he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's hard to take Ira Tolis down, but they did keep him from getting any more yards. So Santa Cruz looks over to the sideline for the next call on the defense. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. St. John's is into Santa Cruz territory. And that's where we're at right now with 11 minutes to go to start this second period.
Yeah, Santa Cruz is stacking the box right there. They're really ready for that running game. And if we get a few more of them good passes like we just had to Bushman on that 3rd down play, that's still going to start opening up the running lanes.
All right, so Deion Perry comes out wide to the left. Kel Stewart is in the shotgun. He's got Ira Tolis behind him in the backfield. He drops back to pass. It's a quick throw over the middle, and it goes right over the top. Little too much juice on that, but Nevin was open over the middle.
He was open just a little bit high on that pass. It would have been for 6 right there.
So Slade Nevin breaks out of that tight end spot, James. Santa Cruz was not expecting that. He was completely behind the defense. It just went a little bit high over his head. Or like you said, I think we're looking at 6 points. He takes it to the house.
Yep.
All right, that leaves St. John's at 3rd and 10. It's 3rd and 10. Ball's on the 40-yard line of Santa Cruz with that missed pass. Kel Stewart is in the shotgun. He's got Ira Tolis back with him. James Thomas splits out to the slot right, and it looks like you've got Bushman wide left. Kel Thomas drops back. A great job on the screen pass to Ira Tolis, who gets horse-collared, and it looks like it's not going to be a penalty. I guess they're not going to call the horse collar on that. We're on the opposite side of the field, so the official had a much better view than we did, but it looks like he got horse collared.
Yeah, he
right
was
there.
running straight up and down, and then the Santa Cruz guy got his hand up there on Tullis' neck collar, and he went from running straight up to coming straight back.
So that goes for 6 yards. So it's 4th and 4. It's 4th and 4. St. John's, James Thomas and Deion Perry come out into the huddle. James Thomas goes back to talk to Coach Morgan for a minute. Deion Perry comes out and gives the play to Kel Stewart. The Redskins break the huddle with 4th and 4. They are on the Santa Cruz 35-yard line. Kel Stewart is still in the shotgun. Slade Nevin is in the slot to the left with Deion Perry wide to the left. So Kel Stewart takes the snap, drops back. Great job by the line. They hold him out forever. Receivers are scrambling. Kel Stewart goes down. It looks like we may even have a holding call. Kel Stewart tries to scramble on that 4th down to make the play. He goes to cut. He slips on the turf, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what it is. Usually it's about a holding right there, and that's what it looks like they're going to do is, well, let's see, they're setting the ball.
Yep, holding.
Yeah.
It's declined
So
because
Santa
it's 4th
Cruz,
down.
Santa Cruz is going to get the ball back on their 37-yard line. We got 10 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
So Santa Cruz drove all the way down to their own 35-yard line, and St. John's held them on 4th down. St. John's drives all the way down to Santa Cruz's 35-yard line, and Santa Cruz holds them on 4th down. So Santa Cruz gets the ball back 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line on that 4th down play with the holding call. So here comes Santa Cruz. Ogle, the junior, the brother, gives it to his senior brother on the outside. Number 30, Ogle, takes it to the outside, and Deion Perry chops him down, but not after a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, it's that jet sweep again. Michael's been very effective for the Dust Devils today. We're going to have to get some people outside that the tight ends so we don't keep getting outflanked around the outside.
You know, I've only seen number 30, Mr. Ogle, on tape. And when you watch him run in real life right here for the first down, Hunter Ogle, he's very patient. He doesn't explode to the ball necessarily unless he needs to. He just lets the play develop in front of him. His big linemen get out there and pull, and he just looks for the hole, reads it, and before it's over, you don't even realize it, but he's just gained 8, 10, 12 yards on you.
Looks like they had a holding on that play, Michael, the Dust Devils, so it's going to make it 1st down and 20.
Yep. So with that hold, it's 1st and 20. Santa Cruz on their own 30-yard line now as Ogle takes the shotgun and gives it to number 30, his brother, who bounces to the outside, breaks a tackle, but he's finally brought down by number 34 for St. John's and number 19 for St. John's, and that's going to be Gage Heap that brings him down, and Dason Spencer, the 5'8 senior.
Yeah, Ogle had a nice little hole there. He ran through, got hit early, kept his feet running, and made a nice, about an 8-yard gain there.
Yeah, he's just a good, patient, heavy runner.
Yeah, hard to bring down.
You know, those heavy runners just come around the outside, and before you know it, it's another 6, 8 yards after contact. Here comes that jet sweep to the outside. Great blow up there by Ogle, number 40 for St. John's, and St. John's swarms after Ogle just blows up their tight end and brings it to the outside.
That's Afton Cox,
it's
number
Afton
40.
Cox. You're right.
Related to the Hogels. His mom's a Hogel.
You are correct. I knew his mom growing up. She is an awesome person. She's raised awesome boys. And I was just thinking about the whole. She did such a great job. Her boys are all neat. So apologize for that. You know, that's what happens when you grow up in a small town and you know everybody and you know their parents. So Afton Cox, good job out there, Mr. Afton Cox. 5'11", 170-pound defensive end, just blows up that Santa Cruz side, and that just destroys that jet sweep. And they had 2 guards out there pulling.
Yeah, we're down to another crucial situation for both teams, Michael. It's going to be 3rd and 10 with 9:34 left to go in the second quarter. I'm not sure who called the timeout there, but it's very crucial right here. The Redskins hold this, and we could try to go down and make a score. It's crucial for Santa Cruz to make this 1st down right here and keep this drive going.
Yeah, so it's 3rd and 10 We have not seen Santa Cruz punt. So it's 3rd and 10. It's on Santa Cruz about their 37-yard line. If they don't get this first down, I'm guessing that we're going to see their punting unit come out.
I would think so. Being this deep in their own territory, I would imagine that they would punt if they don't get a good gain here.
And number 30, Ogle, the big senior running back, is not in the backfield. His brother's back there as quarterback, but he's not in there, so you got to think we're going to see maybe a jet sweep to the outside to number 21, and he gets hit hard. Oh,
nice,
he gets
hit hard. Nice defense for the Redskins. Everybody swarming to the ball. That was a nice defensive stand there.
Guys getting up off the pile is Nicholas Patterson. Afton Cox gets up off the bottom of the pile. Looks like number 34 gets up off the pile for St. Johns, so they just piled that up on number 21. So here we go. The big senior running back, the All-State, Mr. Ogle for Santa Cruz, is the punter. So Hunter Ogle is back there to punt. Santa Cruz has 2 gunners on the outside. St. Johns is looking like they're not going to take anything for granted on a fake. They back up. It's going to be a high punt, but not real great, and it's going to be fielded. Oh, and he muffs the punt. Dion Perry misses the punt. The ball goes down, squirts out, and St. Johns recovers. Number 5 for St. Johns gets that back. It bounces off Dion Perry and goes all the way down to the 10-yard line. That was a huge, huge break for St. Johns. They almost gave that to Santa Cruz on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that would have been a devastating right there, Michael. Good thing other Redskins were hustling down there, and I think Jacob Skousen ended up getting that fumble recovery.
Was that Jacob Skousen? Wow. Jacob Skousen may have just saved the game right there. And what happened is Dion Perry is a punt returner, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon down here, and he is looking straight into the sun. That was a high end-over-end kick. Dion Perry came up to field it. He came a little bit too far, and it bounced off his shoulder pad because he's looking straight up into the sun. And so we're going to have a timeout called by Santa Cruz. They want to take a timeout. There's 8:47 to go in this second period. Redskins are going to have a 1st and 10, but it's from their own 10-yard line. But Dion Perry has been a sure-handed, a great punt returner all year, and what happened was he just looked up into that sun, James. That's just hard to do.
That's a very hard catch right there. He had the fair catch called for, went up there, and it just he overread it a little bit, and it just went right over his head, and then he touched it as it went over. And thankfully for the Redskins, we're able to get the recovery down here. Even though we're deep in our own territory, at least the Dust Devils don't have the ball down there getting ready to score on us.
So, again, that's about another 20-yard difference right there. If Dion Perry fields that ball, we're at about the 25-yard line. As it is, we're back on the 10. So about a 15-yard loss right there. Again, special teams will make or break you in these big championship-type games. And so far, our special teams have struggled a little bit. So we've got to do a better job on special teams, punting, kicking, receiving, all that type of stuff. So Santa Cruz comes out of the timeout. Their defense is on the field. Their big senior running back, number 30, is their linebacker. And most of their team plays both ways, kind of like St. John's. You probably got at least 5, 6, 7 players that play both ways the full time. So St. John's comes in. Kel Stewart is actually up under center. James Thomas and Ira Tolis are in the backfield right behind him as split backs. He takes the ball. He gives it up the middle to James Thomas. James Thomas bursts through the middle. He runs it. They stand him straight up, but not before he gets 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice run right there, Michael. They kind of faked the jet sweep, but gave it up the middle to James. The lineman opened up a nice hole, nice 8-yard run right there.
And Jamers, as I call him, he came right off that left side. He got hit early. He got hit at 2 yards up the field. He got hit hard. He broke the tackle, ran that guy completely over, just punished that old boy. And then those 2 big linebackers came up, stood him up, but he still got 8 yards. So it's 2nd and 2. As Bushman comes out wide to the left, Dion Perry out wide to the right. Kel under center goes straight over the middle, and he tries to sneak for the first down. He gets maybe a yard.
Yeah, we're a little bit too far away, I think, there for a quarterback sneak with those big defensive linemen for Santa Cruz.
So now it's 3rd and 1 on the St. John's 20. They're 80 yards away from scoring. There's 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. The play gets called in from the outside. That was just a great job by number 50 for Santa Cruz. He's one of those twins, Juan Castillo-Lopez. He does a great job standing up the center. So Kel Stewart, we've got a wishbone in the backfield. Kel Stewart under center, wishbone, 3rd and 1, power over the right side. Here comes Ira Tolis, and he breaks it to the outside. And instead of going straight up and getting to the outside, he tries to cut and turn. I think he still got the first down, but you'd like to see him square those shoulders up and just blow forward because you just never know what spot you're going to get from that official.
Absolutely, Michael. We got the first down right there, but it was very close on that run from Tolis.
So 1st and 10, St. John's on their own 21 after that fumbled punt by Dion Perry that was recovered by number 53, Jacob Skousen. St. John's 1st and 10 on the 21. There's 7 minutes and about 10 seconds to go here in this second period. St. John's has yet to score. Dion Perry splits wide out to the right. Bushman wide to the left. Kel Stewart is in the shotgun. He's got Ira Toles back there with him, and James Thomas is in the slot. The line does a great job holding right here. There is nobody open. He throws a long pass to Bushman, and Bushman makes a grab on the 40-yard line.
There by Joe Bushman.
Wow, Joseph Bushman with an amazing catch over the top, and that's a beautiful throw by number 11, Kel Stewart, the big junior, 6'4", 190-pound quarterback for the Redskins. There are no flags on the field, and I got to give full credit to that line from St. John's. They had 7 men coming on the blitz. It picked up by Ira Toles, the running back. Kel Stewart rolled out to the left. He made a beautiful throw up over the top. That was about 45 yards in the air. Joseph Bushman actually bounced off the ground when he caught that ball. He hit so hard he bounced.
That was a beautiful catch by Joseph Bushman.
Man, I told you,
concentration.
I knew he was going to have a big game this time. Joseph Bushman gets cut down. Oh, Kel Stewart sticks his head down great, does a great job running. And Santa Cruz with number 50, that big lineman, brings Kel Stewart down. So on that play right there, Joseph Bushman was the designated receiver on the left side, and the guy he was on chopped him down. And so Kel Stewart had nowhere to go, so he just tried to scramble. He didn't get anything, but at least he held on to the ball. So it is 2nd and 10. Ball is on the 39-yard line. St. John's into Santa Cruz territory. There's 6 minutes to go in the second period, and St. John's is down 6-0 as Joseph Bushman comes to the left. Dion Perry to the right. James Thomas again in the slot. Ira Toles is in the backfield with Kel Stewart under center as Santa Cruz brings the blitz. Everybody's coming. It's a delayed handoff to Ira Toles, which works perfect because, well,
that was good. That was good penetration right there by the safety of the Sunday. Most people won't catch Toles in that open field like that. And he came right up, put the smack down, and stopped him right in his tracks for about a 4-yard gain.
Really great job right there by number 80 for Santa Cruz. I thought that Toles was going to break that, but Toles kind of turned his back and got hit and drugged down. He only gets about 3 yards if that, so it's 3rd and 7. The ball is on the 36-yard line of the Santa Cruz. St. John's comes to the line, and it looks like Heap is going to be split wide out to the right. Bushman's wide to the left. You've got Ira Toles in the backfield again. Kel Stewart is not under center. He's in the shotgun. He drops back to pass, getting big pressure, throws it way out to Joseph Bushman, who catches the ball at the 4-yard line.
Nice catch by Joseph Bushman.
Joseph Bushman takes it down to the 4-yard line. There are no flags on the field. Kel Stewart making some beautiful throws.
That was a nice throw by Kel Stewart. The line gave him just enough time to throw it down in there. And a nice pass down to Bushman and a nice sure grab by Joseph Bushman again. What a game he's having today.
Man, just keep throwing to Joseph Bushman. That is a 30-yard pass. Redskins on the 35. It goes down to the 4-yard line. So it's a 31 pass there by Kel Stewart to Joseph Bushman, who again makes a phenomenal diving grab over the top of Santa Cruz. And St. John's is 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. Kel Stewart under center. They come with the wishbone. They're just going to run straight power off the left side. Power to Ira Toles off the left side. He gets tripped up and gets down to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3-yard. He doesn't gain much, maybe a yard. So Ira Toles could have bounced that to the outside, but he got cut up underneath. Great penetration by Santa Cruz. And here comes the big package for Santa Cruz. 55, 56, and 52 for Santa Cruz comes in, and that is Tanner Gills. 52 is Robert Maldonado. 51 and Juan Castillo out there on the field. So Santa Cruz brings in the big package up the middle. Juan Castillo comes off the field. He's one of the twins. So St. John's comes to the goal line, and it looks like they're going to split. Wide right is going to go Heap. Wide left is going to go Bushman. Kel Stewart is in the shotgun, and we're going to have a timeout from St. John's. I was wondering if we're going to see a timeout yet. I think they still have 3 timeouts. There's 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line for St. John's. They may not have a better opportunity this half or game to be this close and have 3 downs to punch the ball in. So they want to talk about it, and that's a very smart call by one of the best coaches in the history of the state of Arizona. The winningest coach, to be sure, Mr. Mike Morgan, with 344 wins to lead all coaches ever after his great win in the quarterfinals against Scottsdale Christian, 20-21 last weekend, James. We called that game. It was a great game. What are you going to run? James, you coached for years for St. John's. You played on state championship teams for St. John's. You're 2nd and goal from the 3. What would you like to see St. John's do right here?
Michael, I would line up right here in the wishbone red formation, and if it took me 3 plays to get there, I'd run powers all 3 plays, and sooner or later you're going to get in there. And one of those 3 plays, if you run red formation, we're going to get into the touchdown right here.
All right, so just straight power football, something you'd see from like a big Notre Dame team, like a Lou Holtz team, where they just line up and it's just hat on hat and you just run people over.
Absolutely.
We've got a massive offensive line. We've got Nicholas Patterson. We've got Brady Overson out there. We've just got big, huge physical linemen. So, James, it looks like they may do what you said. And Jamers lines up Ira Tullis. They come off the side. Ira Tullis goes straight up the middle. He gets stopped by number 55 from Santa Cruz, maybe on the 1-foot line.
Yeah, we're getting down there close. Now we just need to line up again. Do it again, I think, Michael.
All right, so it's 3rd and goal. The ball is on about the 1-yard line, maybe the 1-foot line. There's 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Deion Perry comes into the game as Heap goes out of the game, brings the play, and I imagine we're just going to see another red here. Red formation like you're talking about. Just put a hat on a hat. You've got about a foot to go. St. John's comes up again. This time,
single back formation.
There's just Ira Tullis in the backfield. Kel Stewart goes up the middle, right up the middle. I think that's a great call. And they're going to give him a touchdown because when the line judge sees the ball over, he raises his hand. St. John's gets 6 points. Wow, that's a big deal, James. Kel Stewart, the big 6'4" quarterback, 190 pounds, maybe 200 pounds the way he looks like to me, goes straight over center, and he scores a touchdown for the Redskins. So it's 6-6. There's 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second period. The game's tied up. Deion Perry is your holder, and Gage Trickey, number 32, is the kicker for the St. John's Redskins. This is critical to take a 1-point lead. So here comes the snap. Santa Cruz is all standing up. The hold is good. The kick is on its way, and it is good. The St. John's Redskins drive all the way down the field. They power it into the end zone after the amazing 2 catches by Joseph Bushman. Gets him to the 4-yard line. So St. John's is now leading 7-6. There's 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the second quarter as Santa Cruz gets ready to receive the kickoff.
Yeah, that was a very nice drive by the Redskins, and I want to give a little shout-out to our sophomore center down there, Jay Wall. Last week, if you remember, Michael, on the game, we had some quarterback sneaks for them short touchdowns right there, and Jay just powering in, Kel getting in behind him and scoring those touchdowns. So I just want to do a shout-out there to the sophomore Jay Wall.
The sophomore Jay Wall, he is 6 foot 1 inches tall. He weighs in at least at 205 pounds, but he plays like he's 250 because he is just a physical sophomore. He had a great long snap right there for the field goal, and he's the one that drives his man completely backwards so Kel Stewart can sneak into the end zone. You know, Jay Wall comes from a long line of great football players. His dad was a great football player for the Redskins. All of his uncles played. And so he has a great tradition to uphold. They all played. His dad, all of his uncles, they all played for Coach Mike Morgan, of course, with St. John's. And so Gage Trickey, number 32, set to kick off for the Redskins on the 40-yard line. He makes a great kick right there all the way down to the goal line. Oh, and he drops the ball for Santa Cruz. It comes off. He picks it up. He evades 1 tackle, and he goes down at the 10-yard line. James Thomas hit him first. Almost fumbled the ball when James Thomas hit him. He spun, and the Redskins got him down on the 10-yard line. So Santa Cruz has got their work cut out for them. There's 3 minutes to go in the second period. It's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 10-yard line after that phenomenal 60-yard kick by Gage Trickey all the way down to the goal line. It's fumbled by Santa Cruz, who then picks it up, and we're going to see what they're going to come out with.
Yeah, so Santa Cruz got 3 minutes left here before the half to try to develop a drive here.
Can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
Okay, but you can hear.
That's a nice run up there. Oh, and St. John's does a great job. Look at big old St. John's' line going to the outside. You know, we do not have our statistician Dayton Waite here, unfortunately, had to work today. But if you look at Santa Cruz's big running back, number 30, Ogle, I don't know what he has for yards, but it can't be more than 30, 40 yards in this game, James.
Yeah, the Redskins, the John Richardson defense here has done a great job of holding these. Pretty much the Santa Cruz has run wild every game this year that they've played.
Last game, Ogle, number 30 for Santa Cruz, had I thought that those Ogle brothers, number 3, his name is Wyatt Ogle, his brother, number 30, was out here. He just slipped out of the backfield. I don't think he saw him. Nobody from St. John's was covering him. He was about 5 yards up the field, and I thought that's where he's going to go with the ball. He overthrows it to the center, so that works out well for the Redskins. So you're going to see a punt here. I don't know that they had faked the punt, but it is 4th and 5 from the 15-yard line. So Santa Cruz is going to punt. Their big running back makes a nice end over end. He's getting almost like a rugby style. It's going to get a beautiful bounce as it rolls down to the 35-yard line before it goes out of bounds. Dion Perry wisely lets it go instead of trying to get involved in field or whatnot. That's a rugby-style punt. Those are hard to pick up off the turf. You just don't know how they're going to bounce. So there's a minute and 33 seconds to go for the St. Johns Redskins. They're going to get the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35. They've got 2 timeouts left. So St. John's with 2 timeouts. They've got to go 70. Well, it's going to be 65 yards to get a touchdown as Jamers Thomas comes off the sideline with the play. Ira Tolis comes in, and Kel Stewart for the Redskins jogs in with a bit of a new life. So Santa Cruz, James, just a little history. They've never been down before except for the one game they lost. Santa Cruz is 8-1, and they lost to 4A Casa Grande. Casa Grande is the number 1 seed in 4A, and they lost them 35-14. That's the only time they've ever been down. So Santa Cruz in uncharted territories. Kel Stewart takes it on to scramble to the outside. Stay to the outside, son.
Nice.
Stay to the outside.
That was a nice
job,
block out
Kels.
there on the edge by number 9. James Thomas freed up that side for Kel to run up for a 15-yard run. That was an outstanding job by the Redskins.
Man, James got out there. I thought Kel was going to get tackled after a 5-yard gain, and James Thomas just got up underneath that guy's face mask and blew his head straight up into the air, and Kel Thomas slipped around that block for another 10 yards. So Jamers gets the play from Coach Morgan, brings it back in the hill after that nice block. Great run by Kel Stewart, and I love to see how he just dropped his shoulder and his head and ran that DB over. Ran him over for another 3 yards. Kel Stewart having a monster game with these beautiful passes and nice runs. He gives it to Ira Tolis on the left side. Tolis cuts up the middle, and Tolis looks like he's going to get 8 yards before he stops. Oh, he breaks to the outside! Ira Tolis down the sideline to the 20. Wow, and that's the Ira Tolis we saw in the Scottsdale Christian game. He was tackled. I mean, he was completely tackled by 3 Santa Cruz players after an 8-yard gain, and he literally shook them off like a bad habit.
That was nice. I thought he was going to be tackled there after about a nice 10-yard gain, and he kept his feet running, broke free, came to the outside, and got another 15 yards down the field. Outstanding effort by Ira Tolis.
Man, I wondered when we were going to see Ira Tolis break. Mr. Do Everything Ira Tolis sheds 3 tacklers and goes another 20 yards down the sideline. So there's 50 seconds to go. St. John's has got the ball on Santa Cruz's 20-yard line. It's 1st and 10 on the 20. St. John's 20 yards from another touchdown. They've got 50 seconds to go with 2 timeouts. Kel Stewart drops back and scrambles on the outside. Looks like he's going to go, throws it, and he underthrows. Oh, and Heap with the catch. Heap with the touchdown with a great catch from Kel Stewart.
We do have a flag down over here on this side, Michael.
There is a flag on the play. Kel Stewart drops back to pass. He gets pressured. He steps up inside. Looks like a Drew Brees type play. He scrambles up right before he gets to that 1st down, and it's going to go across the line. He throws the ball so he can still throw. It's a great fake by Kel Stewart.
That was a great fake. Good pass, good catch by Joseph Bush, and we're getting ready to see what the flag is
Heap,
here.
Case Heap 19.
19.
Yeah, so Case Heap makes a beautiful catch, beautiful throw. Looks like we're going to have an illegal man downfield is what's going to be called.
That's heartbreaking right there for the Redskins.
So instead of the Redskins going up by 2 touchdowns with 42 seconds to go, it's a massive turn of events as illegal man downfield is called by this officiating crew. So that is a 5-yard penalty. So now it's 1st and 16. It's 1st and 16 for St. John's Redskins. They're on their own 26-yard line instead of a touchdown to close out this second half. So Kel Stewart, you're going to see him drop back. He may make some more throws. He's having a good throwing game after a couple miscues early in the first quarter. He's doing a good job now. He's had some phenomenal throws. He stepped up right there well, and right before he got the line of scrimmage, he made a nice throw.
Yeah, Redskins still has plenty of time here, 42 seconds left. I believe they have 2 timeouts left, Michael, so I don't think time's going to be too much of a factor here.
It's going to be hard. They may get called for a delay of game.
We may
here.
have to use a timeout right here. We'll see how they get up on the
We'll watch
line.
this official in the back. Once it gets to 5 seconds, he'll start counting down. You can see him. He's 4, 3. He's counting down. The Redskins are going to get called for offsides unless they snap it real quick. They don't. They get the ball off. Kel Stewart scrambles up the middle, makes a beautiful throw to the corner. Oh, and it's almost intercepted.
Yeah, that right there wasn't a very good decision by Kel Stewart. Bush had Bushman in the corner, and had double coverage.
The Redskins won't have to use a timeout because we've got a hurt Santa Cruz player. I didn't see what happened. It didn't look like he hit anybody, but he looks hurt, and that is not what we want to see. That is a horrible, horrible sign. He's moving his legs, though, so that is a good sign from that standpoint. But he's on his face.
Yeah,
laying
when
down.
he looks like the ball got tipped, Michael and Bushman, and the guy I believe the one that's down was covering. Both went for it, and I think they had a collision. Him and Bushman had a collision there in the corner.
It looks like it might have hit him kind of up, maybe in the upper shoulder, the upper neck is what concerns me. So I am glad to see that he is moving down there. There's about 6 medical personnel down there looking at him, and so that is the good news, is he is moving. They've got him rolled over on his back now. He's on his side, so that's very positive to see. Great players for Santa Cruz. They did a phenomenal job defending that play down there, and like you said, they all came together in a collision going for that very tightly thrown ball by Kel Stewart. It was a line drive in there, so like I said, I can't see his number.
Yeah, I can't see it either, Michael. Looks like the poor kid's in a lot of pain. I just hope he's okay.
I hope he's okay too. I hope it's just a stinger in his shoulder, or maybe a broken finger or something, just something kind of minor, so he's all right. Both teams have gone to their respective sidelines. It is it's not too hot, so teams are okay just going down there. And as they look at him, I don't see any other medical personnel. He does have a coach down there talking to him. I wish I had his number. I apologize. We don't have his number. There's a crowd of people around him, and he is on his back, so I cannot see what his number. Okay, just all right. That's great news.
Number 3.
Wow, that's great. Number 3 stands up, so that is great news. Super worried about Wyatt Ogle. That is their quarterback. I didn't know if that was him. That is Wyatt Ogle. He is their junior quarterback. He's a phenomenal quarterback. He may have got hit in the kidneys or in the liver on that right side is where he's holding it. He is a junior. He's a 5'7" junior.
Just good to see him up and walking,
I'm
Michael.
so glad to see him up walking around. I was wondering if something's wrong with his neck. So he's up, he's walking. That's great news. We will give you a report on him as he continues to walk off on the sideline. But it is 2nd and 15. The Redskins give a jet sweep to Dion Perry. He's drugged down by number 55, and they go to a running play, James, with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, it looks like they were going to try to trick him out a little bit, because we've been having some good passes, and we tried the pull out Perry from the slot here on a jet sweep, and the Santa Cruz Dust Devils read that and caught him in the backfield for about a yard loss.
So it's going to be 3rd and 16. There is 33 seconds to go. The Redskins go with a running play, a jet sweep to Dion Perry. It goes for -1 yard as he is jerked down by number 55, Tanzer Gill, for Santa Cruz, just throws him to the ground. And so the Redskins should have one more timeout left. There's 33 seconds to go. It is the second quarter. The Redskins are leading 7-6, and they are on the 25-yard line of the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. I'm still looking at number 3, Mr. Ogle down there. He looks like he's okay. He's sitting on the bench. The coaches are talking to him. He's rotating his torso, and I'm wondering if he got hit in that kidney or maybe right up there on the right side where his liver is, but he does look okay, so that's really, really good news. So Kel Stewart is in the shotgun. St. Johns is on the Santa Cruz 25. Kel Stewart in the shotgun. Bushman left. Heap is right. Kel Stewart drops back. He throws the ball to the end zone, and Heap catches it again for the touchdown.
Redskins.
I don't see any flags. Do you see any flags, James Thomas?
I do not. That was an outstanding. The pass was low.
Wow.
Heap went down on the ground and scuffed it up, and he got it for the touchdown. That was a remarkable concentration by Case Heap.
Wow, look at Case Heap, the 5'9 junior, 140 pounds, goes to the corner of the end zone. Kel Stewart scrambles out to the right, makes a beautiful throw low where only his receiver can get it. If anybody's going to get it, Case Heap. Case Heap makes a beautiful, beautiful catch there on the right corner, right there at the goal line on the corner. So St. John's goes up 13-6. The kick is coming. Dion Perry with the hold. Gage Trickey with the kick. It's a beautiful end-over-end kick, and St. John's goes up 14-6 with 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. Wow, James Thomas, what a turn of events.
That was an outstanding drive. Very short time in the second quarter. Redskins moved down. We had one touchdown called back. We ran basically the same play on the 2 plays later, and Case Heaps catches it again for the touchdown.
I forgot on camera. Hey, wow. What a big deal, James Thomas. You got to give tons of credit to our offensive line. They continue to hold that defensive line out from Santa Cruz. And Kel Stewart doing a phenomenal job. Like we talked about last week, this is only, maybe his 5th start. He steps up in the pocket. He feels the pressure coming from the outside. The line does a phenomenal job of shedding.
Yeah,
he steps up into that pocket. And he makes a great throw.
Yeah, the St. John's offensive line, we talked about them all week last week, and they're doing another great job here today.
One of the best rock and roll bands in the history of music, AC/DC, on the speakers here at the stadium as Gage Trickey gets ready to kick off number 32. And he bangs a nice one right up the middle, a little squib. I'm not 100% sure on that, but Santa Cruz with 25 seconds left gets the ball on their own 40-yard line with a little squib right up the middle. Almost looked like a bit of an onside kick from Gage Trickey there.
Yeah, they probably just don't want to kick it deep with the athletes that Santa Cruz have back there. Number 88, he's got some wheels on him. We don't let him take one back to the house right here before half.
Yeah, 88's got double jets on him. Now, Hogle comes out too. We're going to see who's going to be playing quarterback here. I don't know if Ogle is in number 3. No, he's still out here on the sideline, but he's standing up and doing good. So Santa Cruz has a new quarterback in. Ogle, number 30, is into the game. That's their big senior running back. He's a phenomenal running back. Looks like it may be a direct snap to him. It is a direct snap, and he's going to throw the ball to number 35 way down the right side. It's going to be almost
way out of bounds.
Oh, he's
over there,
out of bounds. That's a nice play, nice throw. James Thomas again. Jamers is out there on coverage again, just like he did last quarter on the opposite end of the field. He shoves the receiver out of bounds, and so Santa Cruz, nice throw, nice catch, but James Thomas makes a great play and uses the sideline as his friend and shoves the receiver out of bounds, catches it, no gain. 2nd and 10. That was a nice throw by Ogle.
That was.
Their big senior running back. Well, it's a nice throw.
Yeah, I expect to see maybe some draws, maybe a little screen or something here right before the half, try to catch us.
Here goes Santa Cruz again. Ogle in the backfield takes a snap again. He drops back to pass. He's looking down the sideline at number 21, and that's a great catch over the middle. And Dion Perry takes him down after Gage Heap at their own 25-yard line, which makes you wonder about the squib kick. The big receive by number 21 for Santa Cruz. That's Ricardo Alanez, and they hurry to the line. There's 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Ogle gets the snap, number 3, drops back. He's looking for 35 over the middle. Nice throw over the middle. It's intercepted by Dion Perry, and Dion Perry needs to fall down. Dion Perry needs to kneel down before the ball comes out, and he gets fumbled, and Dion Perry gets tackled at the 22-yard line. So as time expires, Santa Cruz almost goes down and scores, and it's 14-6. St. Johns Redskins are leading as we go to the half, and it looks like everybody's going to the locker room with a little breath taken off.
We're going to try to go down right now with Paul Hancock, see if we can get some words with Coach Mike Morgan right here before half.
All right, we've got we hope we have a live interview. Mr. Paul Hancock, one of the best refs in the state of Arizona. He is live.
On, right? Mike's on, okay? Can you hear me?
We got you loud and clear, Paul, loud and clear.
You guys ready?
Loud and clear.
All right, Coach Morgan, how do you feel about the first half? How it's gone?
Sluggish first quarter. We were going to give up points the way we were playing offense.
What changes did you make? Santa Cruz on that one drive looked dominant, and then after that they haven't done anything. What kind of changes have you made?
Well, we couldn't throw the ball the first quarter, just getting sacked, getting heat, so we went pretty much to a max protection scheme, only sending 2, maybe 3 receivers out, and that was effective.
What do you feel is going to be the key to the second half here?
Defense. We got to play defense and take the ball control, try to run it down their throat, and throw when we need to.
How do you feel conditioning's playing an effect? To me, it looks like that Santa Cruz has a couple of kids that are starting to. What do you think?
It looks that way, yes, but hey, we run 20-40s 3 times a week during the season, so it's paying off.
All right, good luck to you, Coach. Great first half.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was a great job right there by Paul Hancock. Thank you so much, Paul Hancock. Getting a live interview on the field with the winningest coach in the history of the state of Arizona, Coach Mike Morgan. He went 344 wins last week with that awesome 21-20 win against the Scottsdale Christian Eagles. Paul Hancock getting an on-the-field interview right there with Mike Morgan. James, you heard what Coach Morgan said. We've got to play defense this second half.
Yeah, after that first quarter, Michael, I'm sure the Redskins were so excited and amped up. And sometimes that doesn't work in your favor. You kind of lose your mind. We have those penalties like we had, and things don't quite work out that way. But we've settled down. We're playing hard-nosed football now, and we took the lead to this game. And St. John just needs to keep the pressure on, don't let off, and hopefully we'll have another a really good second half. Keep going off from that second quarter.
All right, and I think
you guys are on cam now.
Victor Chavez has got us an interview with Coach Mike Morgan, right, Victor? Yeah, you want to go to the interview? Yeah, I think we're going to go to an interview. Victor Chavez has done a phenomenal job. I'm glad you guys can finally see him. He is the man flying this crazy ship. You can see all the wires and screens and everything. But Victor Chavez has got us an interview with Coach Mike Morgan. It's kind of a lengthy one, but we want to hear from the winningest coach in the history of the state of Arizona, Coach Mike Morgan. 344 wins. He's coached for 30 years for St. Johns. He's never had a losing season. He's won 6 state championships, been there 8 times. Looks like if he can get a win this time, he's going to be going back to the state championship game for his 9th appearance. So let's hear this awesome interview from Victor Chavez and Judge Mike Latham with Coach Mike Morgan. So stay with us. You can hear this. It's going to be a nice interview. You're just going to get to see the coach,
Paul
and see
Hancock
how he talks and how hard he works. So
Le-
here we go
Legacy
with Coach
Team
Mike Morgan.
Productions. I have my junior reporter, Cale Hancock. And I'm
We've
here
got
with
Cale
Coach
Hancock
Mike
there with
Morgan,
his
the
dad,
winningest
Paul
coach
Hancock, and they'll be interviewing
in the state
Coach
of
Morgan
Arizona.
here. We'll get you
Congratulations
some
on
audio
that,
for
Coach.
that.
Can you talk to us a little bit about how did you get here?
Well, it's
right.
been about 45 years
that's
almost.
Get
Coaching
this half here.
as an assistant coach only for 2-3 years, and then going to Ganado back in, actually going to Chin Lee in 1979 and coaching there 2 years, and then I went back to the Valley and coached at Mesa 82, Ganado, and I was there 7 years as head football coach. That was my start of being a head football coach. And in '89, I came here to St.Johns and been here since. So it's been a long haul. I know that some people, there's been a few comments around that, well, he played a lot of weak teams, but the thing I say about that is that's not the answer. The answer is 40-some years of doing it. And I know I've talked to a lot of people. You know, a lot of you remember Coach Todd Workman that coached up here at Round Valley. Him and Jess Parker, kind of guys that I went to camp with and learned a lot about. Came to football from, which was very advantageous. You know, they were old timers at the time, and most of them, I think both of them had 30, 32 years. And, to say the least, anybody I think that coached 40 some years like I have, you're bound to get a record like I got. You know? If you win 70, 75% of your games, you know, you've been a little bit more fortunate than that. St. John's, as you know, I had about 50-some wins when I came here from Ganado, so you add it up, got close to 300 wins here in 31 years. So
That's pretty amazing. And you had, in the 80s, early 90s, you had a pretty impressive winning streak. How many games in a row did St. John's win?
we won 43 at the time, and that had broken the old state record set by Round Valley of 38 by Coach Workman. And we had a tie that year. We tied Mountain View's junior team up here. And then also in that year we lost to Monument Valley in the state quarterfinal game. You know, they were a very good football team. I take that back. We lost to them in the regular season, which was game 10 here. Real tight game. They took an early lead. We come back and tied it up. And ended up beating us by a few points, but that broke our record. 40, I think it was 43 or 44 at the time.
That's impressive. You know, you watch games and you see teams that have these long winning streaks. People get tighter and tighter, and it doesn't matter. You got to play the game. It doesn't matter who your opponent is. You got to play the game. And you got to game in, out. You got to come ready to play. If you're not ready, then you're going to lose. So that's an impressive record. State championships. How many state championships do you have?
We have 6 titles, and then we have 2 runners-up too. And one of the reasons I got the job here at St. John's is in '85 we came here and beat St. John's with the team of Ganado. That had never been done before, they said. And we also had some other impressive wins up there. As you know, I had Russ Seymour with me there coaching. I had Jake Reichenberger. I had some real good coaches, and some kids up there that went on to play college football. We had a good program there in the 7 years. The reason we were able to come down here and win, it enabled me.
What are some of the players here that in the 30 years that you've been here that you remember coaching the most and that meant a lot to you? Can you name some of those?
Sure, there's several. When I started, the first year I was here in '89, I had Brent Overson, had Mike Finch, I had, Brent, Mike, Tony Morse, Sean Wakefield. Oh man, I had some really good kids that year. Had one of the Dimbat boys, older one, Don, I think it was, that first year. Second year I came, we stayed here, had a good group back, had Mike King and Ryan Patterson, and of course Marcus Bell, Brian Bell, Brad Baca. All these kids are coaching over at Round Valley now. And then not to mention, Lon Dimbat, my sons, Vince and Clint, played for me here that did real well. One of my sons played 2 years of college football. Had Chaz White that ended up Pac-10 Player of the Year as a freshman on the line. He played on the 01 team. Oh, the list goes on and on. Michael Lindsay, Stephen Lindsay, two good quarterbacks. I'm just thinking Shad Bride, just a tremendous football player, played 4 years of college football. Josh Raven, oh gosh, I think all the Raven brothers played here. All the Lamson brothers, oh, tremendous group of kids. Patterson family, Ryan and Adam and Kyle. Oh goodness, I'm just sitting here thinking all the great football players we had here through the years. Some of them went on and played college football. Some of them, are coaching now, throughout the state. Last I heard, Lon was coaching at Basho, the line coach there. Even going back to some of the earlier or later dates now, you got, the two Zeiler brothers. One of them played in college back in Kansas. His brother's now coach down at Mountain Ridge, coaches quarterbacks in JV. I can't think all of it. Evan Thomas, some of the good quarterbacks we've had here through the years, good players. Oh goodness, this goes on and on.
Oh, I'm sure it's hard to
I just can't think of all the names right now. And I know I'm going to leave somebody out, probably perturb them, but
if he left you out, he's sorry. He's old.
Real sorry.
You've had a lot of success here in St. John's. Is there something special about a St. John's kid?
There is. There's a type of kid that will run through the wall for you. He'll be in the weight room 6 in the morning or 6 in the evening after working all day, out irrigating or, bucking bales, or just working for the county in the hot sun. And they're the type of kids, their parents stand behind them, and they want you to push them. They ask you to discipline them and make sure that they toe the line and work hard for you. That's the big thing about being here 31 years actually, 32, whatever. But that's what's kept me here, that type of kid.
Yeah, I'm not from St. John's, and I have to agree with you. There's some pretty neat kids here. I'm grateful that my son gets to be a St. John's kid. Scottsdale Christian, big win last week. How did that go down?
It was a tough game. They had a lot of speed. They were undefeated. They had a real good quarterback. They had some kids there that flat right could get after it, that knew football and understood it, that played a long time. A new coaching staff that was in their second year there that they had a lot of ex-college coaches on that staff, from what I understand, talking to their head coach. And just a solid football team. They could run, they could throw. Their quarterback was deceptive, good speed, good arm, good agility. Their defense hit us. It was a hard-hitting game. We were beat up after the game. They were. And, it could have went either way. It went down to the wire, and we were fortunate to have won.
Yeah, those are the fun games. This week you got Santa Cruz, a big team from the South. What are we looking for there?
Well, an excellent football team. They're coached well. They have big, strong kids. They run the ball very efficiently. They pretty much throw when they need to, but they're a 3-yard in a cloud of dust type team. They're going to run it right down your throat. In fact, I was studying some film last night. I think everybody but one team, Casa Grande, they've won this year, and they've had 25, 30 points at the end of the first period, just running the ball right down your throat. They're big, they're fast, good quarterback. They have an excellent wrestling program. A lot of their kids are on the football team that wrestle. We know they're going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for your defensive line. And you had a couple of big studs down there on your defensive line with Nick and Brady.
Yes,
do you think they're going to be okay, be able to handle this?
We're hoping that's our strength. It's been our strength this year, stop the run. We've had to stop a lot of passing teams too, but the running game is something we really work a lot on. Coach Richardson and some of the assistant coaches here really spend a lot of time studying film, like we all have the entire year basically. Just breaking teams down and trying to figure them out. And, that was kind of our demise earlier in the year. We couldn't get any film, when we played Round Valley up in the Dome. We had nothing of this year. We had some last year. And they put it on us pretty good, but we made a commitment to get film, work harder at it, and try to be better prepared. We know we're going to have to do that to play Santa Cruz.
Well, good luck to you this weekend. And the last question is probably the most important and the biggest question. My dad officiated a lot of your games. I've officiated some of your games. Are you going to stick around long enough for Cale to officiate your games?
Lord willing, you never know. That'd be neat, wouldn't it? Yeah, I remember having your dad many times up at Ganado when I was there, and even here, and yourself many times too. It's a legacy in your family. It's a good one. And hey, it's an honor back to you. I understand that you refereed some 4A, 5A games last week, and you're going to do some this week too.
This week I'm off. Next week I have the 4A championship.
That's sweet. You know, you got to know your stuff to get to that level and ref, because you're probably going to have 25 or 30,000 people down there watching you, especially if it's at ASU Stadium.
No, not with the pandemic. We'll have maybe 400 people.
Okay.
So, and we'll be at Highland High School. But good luck to you this week, Coach.
Appreciate it.
I hope that we're here next week talking to you, getting ready for the championship game.
I do too. It's something we've been dreaming about, living about. You know, it's been since '08 since we played in the championship game, and man, we're dying. We're biting at the bit. Lord willing, right?
Well, good luck to you, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We're back live. The St. Johns Redskins come out onto the field. We are going to go into the third quarter of this semifinal 2A game at Higley High School. We've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left before halftime's over. St. Johns is leading 14-6 on those nice touchdown catch by Mr. Hebright there, Dan from Kell Stewart. I've got a special guest here with me. He is a young man who's been helping us all season with these productions. Mr. Kel Hancock, great to have you here. You are in the space shuttle with Victor Chavez. You can see all the controls here on the camera. Kel, I just want to ask you a few questions while we have a couple minutes. This is a great opportunity for you to talk to some of the younger people in St. John's listening to this broadcast. What's it like growing up knowing the great Mike Morgan? All of us grew up, we didn't know who Mike Morgan was. He came to town when we were just getting out of high school. What's it like thinking maybe you're going to play for Coach Morgan?
Well, I think being able to play for Coach Morgan when I get in high school is a good opportunity. I think he's a great coach, and well, I think it'll be a really good opportunity to be able to play with him, for him.
I love that answer. That's such a great attitude. And that's the type of attitude we've got with all these football players out here today. You know, James Thomas is announcing with me. James Thomas has coached Little League football. He's coached junior high football. He's coached high school football. He was a state champion player himself on the line. And I want you to tell me and James, what's it like being able to look forward to playing in state junior high, for example? Is that something that you guys are looking forward to next year?
Yeah, this year we only had 4 games due to COVID, but I think we did really well that season. I'm looking forward to next season.
And tell me about the games you guys played. Were they good games, tough games?
Well, our home games, we won all of them, but
All right, good
our
job.
away games, well, first we lost around by 34-0,
That's all right.
and then
That's
we
all right.
lost to Snowflake 20-0.
You know, those are both 3A teams. They're a level up from us. They're 3A teams. They're really well coached. They're a good team. So it sounds like you guys had a good season, though. You won
Yeah.
both your home games.
Yeah, we beat Mogollon and Blue Ridge at home. Mogollon 12-8 and Blue Ridge 38-0.
Wow, that's a big deal because Blue Ridge has a great team. Wow, huge congratulations to you. We just saw that interview that you did with Coach Mike Morgan there for about 10 minutes there on the field. That was a neat halftime interview that you guys did. Thanks for helping us with this production the whole time. Thanks for being up here, being downfield. I guess you're going to go back down there with your dad, and we're hoping you guys can get us some during the game, on the sideline interview type things, and maybe even some interviews after the game. So I want to tell everybody, stay with us after the game because we're hoping to talk to Coach Mike Morgan, maybe Coach John Richardson, some of the players, and you're going to be down there with your dad helping out on the sideline, and I'm going to be asking your dad some questions. We don't often have a world-class state champion ref with us like we do our official, like your dad. In fact, he's doing the 4A state game next weekend, if I understand it right.
Yes,
so
he is.
You're going to have an opportunity to be down there and see some high-level football with him as well. So we're going to look for you down the sideline. We're going to want to talk to you a little bit, so keep your microphone on and look up here for us. Hopefully we'll get some sideline reporting.
Okay.
Thank you, Kel.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Appreciate you being up here in the space shuttle with us. Make sure you don't hit the wrong button so we don't get shot out of this thing. All right. That was Mr. Kel Hancock. He's down on the sideline. We're going to get some reporting from him during the second half with his dad, Paul Hancock. Paul was nice enough to come down here and be with us. He's actually the director of probation for Apache County. He and Victor Chavez run all this, get all the microphones set up, and do everything for us. And then, of course, we could not do this without Judge Mike Latham. Superior Court presiding judge in Apache County, Mike Latham, is down here with us. He is running a still camera, running all the microphones, keeping everything set. So, Judge Latham, a massive thank you to you. It's such a big deal to have the opportunity for everybody to watch and listen to their St. Johns Redskins take on a phenomenal team in the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. James Thomas back in the pilot seat with me. James, we're getting ready to start this second half. St. Johns is up 14-6. There's about a minute 15 before kickoff. What do you think you're going to see out of St. Johns' defense this second half? Coach Mike Morgan on that great interview from Paul Hancock right after the first half said we've got to play defense. What kind of defense? You've coached forever. What kind of defense do we need to run to stop this big Santa Cruz offense?
Well, Michael, that first half we had sometimes 6 down linemen. We got everybody in the box, and then if they go out for the passes, then our corners are playing right on the outside of the line. And then they filter back. That's where we kind of got burnt, I think, on that long pass, the one long pass Santa Cruz had. So towards the end of that second quarter, it really looked like St. John's was starting to wear down Santa Cruz. And St. John's got to come out with that St. John's tempo right now and go out there and keep playing smash mouth football, and hopefully we can outlast this second half right here. The good thing is we deferred to the second half, so the Redskins will be getting the ball back right here. Right after halftime, we're definitely going to have to be careful for an onside kick right here.
Boy, that's for sure. You got to watch for this onside kick. The Redskins tried that earlier. We have held Santa Cruz's big running back to about 50 yards this game, James. He averages 208 yards a game. He's rushed for over 1,600 yards on the season, and that is number 30, Mr. Ogle, done a great job. His little brother, who's a junior, got hurt, as you saw, right at the end of the second half. I'm interested to see if he's going to come back into the game. He's got his helmet on. He's down there talking to his brother, number 30, number 3 and number 30. One's a junior, one's a senior. The big senior running back has been held by the Redskins, so we'll see what they can do to start this second half.
Back deep right now, we got number 1, Deion Perry, and number 9, James Thomas. Getting ready for this kickoff right now.
All right, the Redskins are up close, crowding the line in case it's an onside. It's a deep kick to James Thomas, number 9, fills it at the 10-yard line. He's up to the 15, to the 20, breaks up the middle, and James Thomas to the 40, to the 45, he's to the 50, and James Thomas with the speed down to the 35-yard line. Number 9, James Thomas with a massive, massive touchdown return. No flags there. He takes the kickoff. I thought he was going for 6. He broke tackles, burst to the middle, great vision up the right side, straight up the middle of the field, and he takes the ball all the way down to the 37-yard line for Santa Cruz. So a big, big run back by James Thomas, 37-yard line. St. John's is going to have it 1st and 10. If they could go down and score right here, James, that is going to be a massive turn of events. Wow, what a brilliant run. Great blocking. They opened that wedge right up the middle, and he looked like he was going to go to the left, and then he burst right up the middle and took it for about a 50-yard return. So Kel Stewart takes it in a shotgun, and Kel Stewart on the naked bootleg to the outside left. He gets cut down by number 3. That is Santa Cruz's quarterback, the one that was hurt earlier. Mr. Ogle was hurt earlier. He's back on the field. That answers the question if he's going to play. He shoots up from that safety position, and the Redskins actually lose about a half yard on the play.
Yeah, nice to see Ogle back in the game. Ogle back in the game right there, feeling better. That quarterback keep right there, looks like we got a holding call here. But that quarterback keep was working real well for us in that first half, so it looks like Santa Cruz has made some adjustments for that. Looks like we're going to I think they're going to take it. They haven't quite decided yet.
Well, Wyatt Ogle is his name. He's done a great job as quarterback today. Wyatt is the younger brother of number 30, Hunter Ogle. And they are a big, big part of this Santa Cruz team. That holding penalty does push the Redskins back 10 yards. So instead of 1st and 10 on the 37, the Redskins shoot themselves in the foot again, and it's 1st and 10 on the 48. So they get pushed back. It's 1st and 20 now.
1st and 20. We got a single back formation. Stewart and shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back for the pass. Again, we got the pressure on. Running up the field.
Oh, good job, Kel Stewart.
Oh, he takes a big shot right here out of bounds.
You know, I love that. We talked about that in the first half when Kel Stewart drops to see that he's going to run. Just pull that ball in and go and start knocking some people out.
He did a great job that time.
And we've got another flag on the field. Another flag on the field. The officiating crew is just working the flags right now. Kel Stewart does a phenomenal job. He drops down. He sees he's going to scramble. He pulls the ball down, goes down the left sideline, and he just got 13 yards but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's taking us back to 1st and 30 now, Michael.
So a phenomenal run back by James Thomas. James Thomas takes it, bursts up the middle for over 50 yards on the kickoff return, puts St. John's on their own 37-yard line, and before it's over, we've got 1st, and what is it, 25, 26?
Yeah, somewhere in there, 27, somewhere in there. We can get it here, though. The Redskins just got to keep their head in the game. You do away with those penalties because we had a good gain right there by Kel Stewart on that run.
Yeah,
so we're moving the ball.
And Kel Stewart just dropped his head and ran 2 guys over. So Kel Stewart under center. We're in the wishbone. It's power right up the middle. Ira Toles gets about 1 yard, maybe 2. Not real sure why we ran a power up the middle. Looks like the ball's fumbled. Santa Cruz gets it back. A massive turn of events. A horrible, horrible series for the Redskins. The Redskins fumble on the 50-yard line. Santa Cruz recovers, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Santa Cruz on the 50-yard line. There's 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go to start this third period. St. John's is up 14-6, but Santa Cruz gets the ball back on that fumble on the 50-yard line.
Big turn of events on momentum right there. We had just a little power run up the middle by Tolis, and he fumbles the ball, and Santa Cruz ball on the 50-yard line.
Here comes the big senior running back, number 30, Ogle, bounces to the outside. They're trying to run him down. James Thomas runs him down and brings him down at the 6-yard line. And there he is, big number 30. Rumbles for more yards on that one carry than he gets the whole first half. He picks up about 45 yards, brought down by James Thomas. I think he thought he was going to outrun James Thomas, but James Thomas ran him down. And James Thomas looks like he's a little bit shaken up on the play. He's walking a little bit of limp, but James Thomas ran number 30 down on that offside after a 45-yard gain. So Santa Cruz lines up 1st and goal from the 5. Wyatt Ogle is the quarterback. He gives it to his brother, Hunter Ogle, up the middle, and Hunter Ogle goes down to the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Wyatt Ogle, the quarterback, junior for Santa Cruz, gives it to his brother up the middle. They line up again. You're going to see number 3, Wyatt Ogle, give it to his brother again, I'm sure. Yep, same play, right up the middle. Oh, he keeps it. Wyatt Ogle keeps it, number 32. Throws him back for St. John's. That's Gage Tricky.
That was a nice play by Gage Tricky. They thought we were going to give it to the running back there, and he kept it and come on. Gage stayed home and wrapped him up and held him in from getting from the touchdown.
So there's no gain on that play. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Santa Cruz takes a little more time. I think they thought they were just going to run the ball like they have on teams all year, and St. John's stiffens on that defense. So Wyatt Ogle in the backfield from shotgun gives it to his brother, number 30, Hunter Ogle, and he walks in and doesn't even try to cross the goal line. Just steps across the goal line and stands there, and all of a sudden it's 12-14 Santa Cruz. So I imagine Santa Cruz is going to go for a 2-point conversion right here to tie the game up. So Hunter Ogle, the big senior running back, takes it 45 yards to the 5, and then he walks it in from there. So Hunter Ogle, their running back, is actually the holder for kickoff, so he's going to hold the ball. The field goal kicker comes in to talk to everybody about what he wants to do. It looks like they are going to go for a field goal. Maybe this is a fake that they go for 2. Angel Roman is the kicker. He's a 5'9" senior that's going to try to kick the ball. If, in fact, Santa Cruz does not go for 2 here, would be surprised if they didn't go for 2, but they are in a field goal formation. Yep, Hunter Ogle, the running back, comes out. He tries to throw the ball. He throws it into the ground, and he gets jerked down by number 34 from the Redskins. So Santa Cruz goes for the 2-point conversion. They don't get it. Dason Spencer from St. John's makes a beautiful play out there and throws that big senior running back down. They had their tight end coming to the left back corner of the end zone, but St. John's came out on them perfect. I don't think anybody was fooled by that.
No.
I know you weren't, James. You knew they were going to go for 2. I knew they were going to go for 2. I think everybody in the stands knew they were going to go for 2. I'm just wondering why they were in a field goal formation. That must be their fake field goal formation or whatnot. But anyways, it didn't happen. The Redskins ate that play up, so Santa Cruz is down by 2 points. That could end up being the ball game depending on the defense St. John's can play right here.
Yeah, St. John's going to have to settle down right now. We had a big momentum. We had a big run back right there on the kickoff right after half. Then the turnover. We had a few flags. We just got to settle down and start grinding again like we did in the second quarter.
So James Thomas is back deep to receive along with Dion Perry. If I'm the kicker, I definitely wouldn't kick it to James Thomas because last time he had like a 55-yard run back right up the middle and got the Redskins all the way down to their own 37. So if I'm the kicker, I'm squibbing it up the middle or I'm kicking it somewhere else other than number 9 James Thomas because I can't take another 55-yard return like Thomas put on the Sun Devils last time. So number 10 lines up for Santa Cruz to kick this off. That is Angel Roman. He's a 5'9" senior. Santa Cruz is lined up. St. John's is up close to the line in case it's an onside. Deion Perry and James Thomas back, and he tries to go onside. The ball goes 10 yards, and Santa Cruz gets the ball. St. John's doesn't even try to jump on it.
Yeah, Michael, that's something that we special teams we talked about earlier in the first half. Special teams can win or lose you ball games. We have to be ready for those types of plays right there.
Wow. Wow, very disappointing. What if you got to give massive credit to Angel Roman from Santa Cruz. He kicks a beautiful onside kick. That's better than something you'd see in the NFL. It squibs right down and dies a foot from the out-of-bounds line, and Santa Cruz falls on it. St. John's just kind of stands there and watches the ball.
Yep.
And Santa Cruz is 1st and 10 on St. John's 48, looking to score again. Ogle gives it to
Ogle.
right up the middle, and I mean he is hit hard by number 22 from St. John's. Looked like that was Slade Nevin, put a lick on number 30, and he's not too fast getting up. You can see his helmet right there. Got a little thing. Slade Nevin just put a lick.
Yeah, he had a kind of a double tapper there. Nick Patterson hit him first, and then Slade came in from the linebacker position and finished him off.
So Hunter Ogle is back there with his brother, Wyatt Ogle. Wyatt Ogle rolls out after the long snap. He's being chased. He's going to be jerked down right there.
Nice sack right there by number 40, Afton Cox.
Wow, Afton Cox with a massive sack right there. That's going to go for about a 7-yard loss. So Santa Cruz is looking at 3rd and 16 from their own 47-yard line. Afton Cox with an amazing sack comes through. I think Ogle thought he was going to get away.
I did too. I think he thought he was going to be able to roll out there. And Afton, as we seen last week, super speedy in there, closed that gap and brought him down for the sack.
So St. John's can hold right here. They've got to not let these big running backs come through untouched. So it's a pass play. Ogle drops back. A nice throw to the sideline. He overthrows his receiver by a long shot, even though he was kind of open. Heap over there on coverage along with Deion Perry. So now it's going to be 4th and 16. I'm imagining we're going to see Wyatt Ogle come back there with his brother Hunter Ogle, and then we're going to see a punt play.
Well, right here, the Redskins are definitely going to have to be watching for the fake punt. I would definitely line up and maybe keep Perry back here by himself.
They're going to go for it. Deion Perry better come up. They're not punting the ball. They're going to run that jet sweep to 88 off this side. So they stay out there. It is 4th and 16 on their own 46-yard line. St. John's lines up. It's going to be a sweep to the outside. Nope, it's going to be a pass over the top. Ogle looking to throw all the time in the world. It's a wobbly ball, pass interference, but they don't call it on Santa Cruz, and he still drops the ball.
That was
drops the ball.
That was nice coverage by St. John's. The Dust Devil receiver was going out, had a lot of hand contact with our cornerback. Absolutely. And they stayed in there. Awesome defensive stand by the Redskins right there.
That was Mr. Heap, number 19 out there. Case Heap, 88 for Santa Cruz. If you saw him, he pushed off of the St. I thought they may call offensive pass interference because he literally pushed Case Heap backwards, and Case Heap still stayed with it and defended that ball. So great job back there by number 19. But the big deal is St. John's doesn't lose anything on the onside kick. Beautiful onside kick by Santa Cruz. They can't convert and do anything. In fact, St. John's gained 7 yards overall because of the sack by Afton Cox. And so St. John's up the middle, gives it to James Thomas. He slides up the middle, gets about 2 yards. And it looked like possibly the line pulled. And when he handed him the ball, he slid to the outside. But Santa Cruz did a good job shooting through right there. I like the play calling, though. I like the misdirection on the play call. So they don't give him much, so it's going to be about 2nd and 9. It is inside Santa Cruz territory. St. John's is on the Santa Cruz 46. There's 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. St. John's is leading 14-12. The difference in the game is Santa Cruz hasn't converted on either extra point. So Kel Stewart is back. He's in a short shotgun, takes the ball. He's looking. The line does a good job of holding. Kel Stewart tries to dance to the outside and gets sacked for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, we got to make quicker decisions on that there, Michael.
We're going to have a flag on the field, James. I think we're going to have holding back there on Santa Cruz. It looked like Kel Stewart was trying to do a quick pass because he was in a real short shotgun. He was doing a quick pass over the middle on a slant, and I think Santa Cruz held, and that's why we have that flag back there. I think we're going to get defensive holding.
Let's hope so.
Which would be a big break for the Redskins because Santa Cruz really hasn't been called for any penalties. Santa Cruz has done a great job with no penalties, and so
looks like you need to go put you on some zebra stripes, Michael, and get out there because you made the exact right call.
You know, I just saw the holding back there, playing quarterback for a lot of years. You start looking at your receivers downfield, who's running what routes, and, you have your different timing routes, You got your 1, 3, and 5 second routes, and I think Kel Stewart was going to go to that 3 second route. The guy was held. That's why he tried to scramble. So anyways, the Redskins pick up a big defensive penalty. And so now they are on their own. Well, they're on the Santa Cruz 35-yard line. Kel Stewart in a short shotgun again with Ira Tolis in the back. Gives it to Ira Tolis. Ira Tolis breaks down. He puts a stiff arm down on number 16 from Santa Cruz, and Ira Tolis for the first down. Man, number 16 from Santa Cruz got introduced to the stiff arm right there as Ira Tolis just stiff-armed him, and he went face first into the turf. Ira Tolis, I thought he got a first down, but it looks like he got 9 3/4 yards.
Second down and real short here for the Redskins.
Second down, as they used to say back in the day of football. Second down and a football right here for St. John's. They are inside the 26-yard line of the Santa Cruz. There's 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in this third period. St. John's looking to knock on the door. Kel Stewart is under center. He goes straight ahead behind that huge offensive line, and that's Jay Wall again, number 60 for St. John's. You saw him early score that touchdown for Kel Stewart when he pushed the line through, and Kel Stewart used that big body and went over the top and scored. Well, right there you see Jay Wall again, number 60, the big 205-pound sophomore, plays center for St. John's. He goes right up the middle and just lowers his shoulder and knocks number 50 for Santa Cruz. That's Juan Castillo Lopez. Jay Wall knocks him over. Kel Stewart gets the first down. Fresh set of downs. St. John's on the 27-yard line gives it to Ira Tolis. Ira Tolis to the outside. And Ira Tolis just keeps falling forward. He gets 5 yards right there.
Michael, that is another outstanding job by the right side of the Redskins lineman there. He has a nice hole to get through and 5 yards. Those linebackers for Santa Cruz feel really well. So anytime you can get a nice 4 or 5 yard run, that's an outstanding job by the lineman and by the running back Tolis.
The yard marker's wrong down there. It's not fourth down, I can tell you right now.
Should be second down.
It should be second down.
There we go.
So that's perfect. Second down. It looks like it's about 5 yards to go, maybe a long 5. Second and 6, let's call it. Kel Stewart gets the play from Dion Perry. And St. John's line, I don't want to say this because I don't want to jinx him, but the line is starting to wear down on Santa Cruz.
Absolutely.
St. John's is starting to wear that big Santa Cruz line down. I mean, Nicholas Patterson. Here comes a pass up the middle. That's a brilliant pass by
Joe Bushman.
Joe Bushman. Kel Stewart. Oh, wow. You see that right there? Kel Stewart with a beautiful slant hard pass throw right up on that post corner. And he looked like he was going to go corner, and he slants right to the post. And who else do you throw it to? Number 15, Joseph Bushman, because that guy's got glue for hands.
Has not dropped nothing today, Michael. He has been outstanding on his concentration. That was a bullet from Stewart, and he walks right into the touchdown.
Perfect. I thought he was going post corner. It looked like he went corner post, and that was on a dime. On a dime to Mr. Glue. Glue hands caught it. The kick is up from Gage Tricky.
We got the for sure field goal kicker, Gage Tricky.
And it's just a little bit wide on the left side, so it just goes a little bit wide left, darn it. And so it's going to be, it leaves the door open for Santa Cruz to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and go up and tie the score. So that was a big, important extra point. It didn't go through for St. John's. It's the first one that Gage Tricky's missed in a long time. But St. John's is up by 8 points.
They had a huge push on that defensive line over there, Santa Cruz. It had major penetration.
Major penetration on an extra point. The ball was up. Snap was good. The kick is a beautiful kick. It just went slightly left. So 8-point lead for St. John's, 20-12. That pass from Kel Stewart, the big 6'4", 190-pound junior quarterback, was beautiful on a dime, a rope to Mr. Glue, Joseph Bushman, who caught it and took it into the end zone. All right, so St. John's lines up. They're getting ready to kick it off. They're on their own 40-yard line, which is where all kicks come from. There was no penalties, so it's going to be from the 40. Mr. Speed himself for Santa Cruz, number 88, Steve Calvin. He's a junior, 5'11", 190 pounds. He's a double jet type man. When he hits the double jets, he can fly. So St. John's kicks it deep to him. He's going to have to go get it on the far sideline. If it doesn't go out of bounds, and you're going to see a flag.
That was almost a perfect kick by Tricky over there. Just went out about 2 feet out of bounds.
Would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect. Now we got a flag, and Santa Cruz is going to end up with good field position.
They kept it away from double jets because you don't want to see him open those jets up down the sideline. So double jets went to get it, and it rolled out of bounds. So you're going to see they're going to start there on their own 35, which is real good field position. So they've only got to go 65 yards to get a touchdown for Santa Cruz. Wyatt Hogel, number 3, Santa Cruz's quarterback, of course, was hurt right there at the end of the first half. He's back in the game. He's had a couple throws where he's had some open receivers, but he's thrown over the top of them or a little bit short.
We got a little different formation from Santa Cruz there,
Did
Michael.
you see that? Here comes his brother. Here comes Hunter up the middle, number 30. Breaks another tackle, keeps going, gets 10 more yards, keeps going. Redskins are going to have to tackle him by the legs.
Absolutely.
You can't tackle Hunter Ogle up high. You have to hit him straight up. He has no care about people tackling him up high. He'll just run you over. He's got phenomenal balance, phenomenal speed. He's super strong lower body, super strong upper body, and he'll just run you over. And so the Redskins are going to have to start tackling him because he is doing a phenomenal job out there. In this second half, he's come alive in the second half. He's probably got 70 or 80 yards easy just in this second half alone. So like I said, he averages 208 yards a game.
So we had a false start there on Santa Cruz. They tried to go with a no-huddle, hurry-up offense.
Yep, and their guys weren't set. They weren't set on the line. You had that left tackle was still up, and the right guard was still standing up when the ball was snapped. So it negates that really beautiful run right there.
Here we go, first down, about 15.
By 5 yards. So they're still across in St. John's territory. He brings it up the middle again, and he's like Ira told us, you hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward, and before it's over, he's got another 5 yards. So Hunter Ogle, that big running back for Santa Cruz, do it all, just stays out on the field, and I imagine they're just going to keep grinding him down.
Yeah, he's getting positive yards every time so far the second half.
So St. John's' defensive line is Afton Cox is out there, number 40. Of course, Nicholas Patterson, number 50. Brady Overson, number 58, is out there doing a really nice job. And, of course, you got number 72. Well,
77, Riley Green.
It's Riley Green out there.
It's a quarterback keeper up the middle, and he gets hammered by those guys you just mentioned right now, Michael.
I mean Riley Green.
Big Riley Green and Nick Patterson hit him at the same time. That's like getting hit by a truck.
I'll tell you what, that's 500 pounds of fury right there.
Yeah.
And when you're number 3 for Santa Cruz and you're the quarterback, Wyatt Ogle, you're 5'7", you just get hit by 500 pounds of love. And Wyatt, if you remember, he got hurt at the end of the first half, so I hate to see a kid take a hit like that, but he's going nowhere when you get hit by 500 pounds of anger like that. So Santa Cruz, they put Wyatt Ogle in the shotgun. He's back there. His brother's not in the game. He's looking to pass on a slant. He gets pressure. He's up the middle. He's quick, and he trips, so he probably would have got the first down, but he slides.
It's going to be about 4th and 3 on their 38-yard line.
So I'm guessing you're going to see him go for this. They're down by 8. It's too far into punt. It's too far out to kick a field goal. Now, Wyatt Ogle is again hurt, number 3. He slipped and went down. He had a weird fall. I don't know if he got a hit point or what, but he went down. And so you got the new quarterback brought in. His brother's going to come in and play quarterback, number 30, Hunter Ogle. You're going to see Hunter Ogle go from running back to quarterback. He's going to be in a shotgun, and he's going to try to throw a pass. If he scrambles, you got to be worried because that guy is a phenomenal running back.
Got to be ready. I think we're going to see a quarterback keeper.
We got 11 guys within 3 yards of the ball. St. John's jumps off sides. Really just kind of falls forward, and so Santa Cruz is going to get a first down and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they were quick to throw that flag. I think Riley just barely nudged forward and he was getting back, and they called him offsides. I don't know. I guess he must have went into the neutral zone, but it was just barely if he did.
I guess you hate to see that, man. The kid just kind of falls forward on his hand, and the flag gets thrown, but that gives Santa Cruz a fresh set of downs. They are on St. John's 28-yard line. They're 28 yards from a touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Hunter Ogle, the big running back, is going to be the quarterback because his brother's hurt. The snap goes over his head. He picks it up. He gets hit in the backfield. He holds on to the ball, which is a great job there. But, 5 Redskins smother him, 22, 34, 58, and also 53. So you got 5 Redskins in there like that. I don't know if that was a screenplay or if they just got in there that fast. But the snap almost went over his head. And I'm telling you right now, Hunter Ogle is such a good athlete. He jumped up and stopped that ball from going over his head, and he got a 4-yard loss instead of a 14-yard loss right there. So
yes.
Hunter Ogle is still the quarterback. His younger brother, Wyatt Ogle, is still out of the game. So Hunter takes the snap. Looks like he's going to do just a house sweep. They got 6 guys out there. He looks for a hole. He doesn't find one, and St. John's does a phenomenal job. He only gets 2 yards on the house sweep.
That is excellent flow by the Redskin defense right there. Everybody flows over. Everybody's pursuing the ball, and that's a great job by the Redskins defense.
And there's Jacob Skousen getting up off the ground from his linebacker position along with Slade Nevin. Jacob Skousen and Slade Nevin are doing a phenomenal job coming through and filling those lanes and stopping Hunter Ogle from trying to get those big gains that he has. All right, so his little brother, Wyatt Ogle, is back in the game. He is the junior for Santa Cruz, number 3. He's been hurt. He's playing tough. He's a phenomenally tough athlete. He takes the snap from center on a shotgun, looks to a flare out to number 21. He gets pressure. Oh, and it's batted down.
Nice bat down by number 58, Brady Overson. Heads up play, Brady Overson. He's tall. He's got a vertical jump, and he gets up in the air and smacks that ball down.
Big 6'4", 225-pound Brady Overson with that 33-inch vertical goes up. That's like throwing over a 10-foot wall, and it does not happen when you're 5'7". He knocks the ball down, and so Santa Cruz finds himself again in a 4th and 12 situation on St. John's' 30-yard line. Back in the game is Wyatt Ogle. He's the junior. His brother, number 30, Hunter Ogle, is not in the game. I'm not sure why. But Wyatt's going to take the snap from center. He drops back to look. Here comes the flare-out pass to 21. Oh, and it's knocked down.
Nice play by number 53, Jacob Skousen, right there for the 4th down. There'll be Redskins ball on their 31-yard line. Nice play, Jacob Skousen.
53, big Jacob Skousen. He's a senior 6-foot linebacker, and he's doing a phenomenal job stopping the run. He falls back in coverage. He sees that ball coming and just sticks that big old mid out there and knocks that ball down. That was a phenomenal play. He saves it. So from 4th and 12, Santa Cruz does not convert, and all of a sudden, St. John's has a 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. We have a massive military helicopters flying over, 3 huge helicopters flying. They're a little late for the flyover, James.
A little late for the national anthem.
I think they thought the game started at 2:30 and they flew over. But anyways, it's cool to see those massive helicopters go over. Everybody stopped and looked up. Kell is under center. He gives it up the middle of James Thomas. James Thomas gets about a yard. They're trying to keep that defense honest, going straight up the middle. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. St. John's on the Santa Cruz 31-yard line. Everybody, this is where you got 1 minute and 57 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, James. This is where conditioning comes in.
This is where, well, we heard Mike Morgan say that they've been running 20/40s every day for the last 6 weeks at practice, and this is where it could start to pay off for the Redskins. We'll see what kind of conditioning the Santa Cruz can hold up with.
So Kell Stewart, he is in the short shotgun. He drops back to throw. He's looking to the corner. Beautiful throw to Dion Perry, and it's going to be for about an 8-yard gain. So Dion Perry takes the pass out on the sideline. That's a nice tight throw by Kell Stewart. It's going to be 3rd and 7. St. John's is going to be on their own 37-yard line, and it looks like, oh, they're getting the play called in right now by Slade Nevin. Slade Nevin jogs onto the field after talking to the winningest coach in the history of Arizona football, Mr. Mike Morgan. Got his 344th win last week, beating Scottsdale Christian in the quarterfinals 21-20. So St. John's comes to the line. James Thomas comes out to the slot on the left. Dion Perry is a short left. The sure-handed Mr. Glue, Joseph Bushman, is wide to the right with Slade Nevin in the slot to the right. Kell Stewart rolls out to the right. He's looking for number 22. He fires it to number 22, and it bounces off his foot. So I think we're going to see the Redskins punt right here. It's 4th and 7. They're deep in their own territory on the 37. There's 47 seconds to go in the 3rd period, and I think we're going to see Nicholas Patterson come out onto the field and punt the ball, number 50. Let's see what Coach Morgan calls right here.
Yeah, being this deep in their own territory, I would imagine we're going to see a, well, hold on here.
Do we have a false start? No, we're still there. We're still at roughly 4th and 4, maybe 4th and a long 3.
Big Nick Patterson's back. He's getting ready to punt this ball off.
So big Nicholas Patterson, he's 6'2", 270. It looks like he's more than that, but at least 270 pounds. He's actually their punter, so you can imagine the amount of energy he's got in his leg. It looks like we're going to get a penalty on St. John's for a delay of game. Again, special teams a big, big deal in these huge games. So this is a semifinal 2A game, Higley High School, 47 seconds to go, and St. John's gets called for a 5-yard penalty. So now they're going to be punting from their own 33-yard line. 6'2", senior, 270-pound Nicholas Patterson set to punt. Nice snap. Nicholas takes the ball. A nice end-over-end punt. It's going to fall in front of Double Jets, and Double Jets picks it up. He is smooth. He's quick. Number 88. He hits the jet, goes to the outside. He's shaking and baking. Kell Stewart's the only man that can stop him, and Kell Stewart tries, and he gets into the touchdown. He's going to call a touchdown right there.
Big
wow.
turn of events. And again, Michael, there you go. Special teams.
I've been calling him Double Jets all game because I watched him warming up. I watched his speed. Number 88 for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils, Stephen Calvin, the 5'11", 190-pound junior, with a phenomenal punt return right there. Double Jets takes the ball. They've been trying to keep it away from him all game. Double Jets picks it up on the 30. He takes it 70 yards to the house. Kel Stewart grabs him right at the end. He dives. Phenomenal athletic job. Sticks the ball over the goal line in the air on that far left corner. And Calvin, junior, number 88, scores just a phenomenal run.
Got some trickery here going on by Santa Cruz.
So Santa Cruz is trying to get that elusive two-point conversion, James. They've got 5 guys lined up to the right. They throw it out there. It may be a double pass. He takes it, and the only one that can stop him is number 32, but he still scores, and it ties up the game. So Santa Cruz, 20-20. The game is all tied up. Santa Cruz, 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. A massive change of events. The game is all locked up at 20-20 after Santa Cruz has Double Jets take it all the way down. Number 88, Stephen Calvin, dances, shakes, and bakes all the way to the touchdown. Santa Cruz puts 5 wide on that left side. They throw the ball back. It's basically what they call a 5-receiver screen. The one receiver steps back. If you're not watching on video, they swing it to him, and those 4 receivers block for him, and he takes it in on a dive to the touchdown. He almost caught him. So here we go, 28 seconds in the third period. Santa Cruz gets set to kick the ball off. It's going to be kicked off by Angel Roman. He's that 5'9" senior out there getting ready to kick off. Last time he did a phenomenal onside kick.
Let's hope we're ready. I bet we're more ready for the onside right here, Michael.
We've got our hands people up here now. We've got number 6 from St.Johns is up here getting ready to kick. That's Alex Pettit. We've got hands people number 4 on the other side is J.T. Richardson. We've got Mr. Glue. Bushman's up there. Number 22 is Sladen Evans. So St. John's has all their hands people up on here. Number 40's out there, Afton Cox. They're not taking anything for granted because Santa Cruz has a phenomenal onside kick last time that they recovered. Back deep, of course, is Dion Perry and James Thomas. It doesn't go deep. It goes to number 19. Heat picks it up, takes it across the 40, takes it to the 43. That's going to be, and we're going to get a face mask right there. That's a phenomenal job by Mr. Heat taking up there. Case Heat alertly picks it up, takes it about 10 yards up the left side, and he's going to be on the 43-yard line. And it looks like we're going to get a face mask call on Santa Cruz. If that's the case, and if it's intentional, it's going to be another 15 yards tacked on to the end of the play, and we'll be down inside Santa Cruz territory. So let's see what gets called here.
I'm not sure what's that. Oh, yeah, there we go. It is a face mask, Michael.
The face mask Gage Heap, you saw his head go down, so it's going to be a 15-yarder. I don't think Santa Cruz meant to do it, but it's the kind where it just jerks your head down so hard. Looks like you're trying to break a green horse on a biddle bridle right there, but he takes him down. So St. John's is going to be all the way down to the 42-yard line of Santa Cruz to start this. This is a gift right here. They're going to have to convert on this. There's 24 seconds to go in the third period. The game is tied 20-20, and St. John's is 42 yards from a touchdown. As Kel Stewart in the short shotgun with Ira Tolis behind him. James Thomas is split out in the slot. Kel Stewart drops back. He's got plenty of time. He looks to scramble, and he gets taken down by number 33 from Santa Cruz after about 7 seconds to throw. Number 33 is David Eddington. He's the junior. He's 6'1" from Santa Cruz. St. John's ends up with about a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, Michael, that's looked like to be a little sprint right pass, and again, he's just going to have to make that decision sooner to either get rid of it or take it upfield because we can't keep affording these 9-10-yard losses. It's the end of the third quarter. Scores tied 20-20.
So when the fourth quarter starts, we're going to be going from, it looks like, your left to our right, your left, your right, and it's going to be 12 minutes to decide who wants to go to the state championship game. This is the 2A state semifinal. We're here at Higley High School. It is a beautiful day. It's about 65 degrees. It's Saturday, December 5th, and this is what it all boils down to. This is why you start practicing all the way back in August. You lift all summer. You learn the plays. You gut it out. You get sick and tired of playing against each other in practice. You start your season, and it boils down to this. You're playing the second-rated team in the state. It's 20-20. You got 12 minutes to see who's going to go to try to lift that big gold ball next week. James, what do you think we're going to see out of St. John's right here? They're on their own 50-yard line. It's second, and it looks like about 18 yards, 17, 18 yards.
It looks like those quick passes are working for us. That last drive we had Deion Perry with a quick 8-yard catch, and then obviously the score down there to Joe Bushman. Those little quick slants are open there for the Redskins. We got to keep sticking with that, and the running game's been effective also.
All right, so Kel Stewart, he's in the shotgun. He's got Ira Tolis back there with him. James Thomas split out in the slot. Kel Stewart drops back. He's trying to go down the sideline on a big throw to Deion Perry. He overthrows him, and Deion Perry was trying to find the ball in the air. That was beautiful coverage by number 21 for the Santa Cruz Sun Devils. Ball goes over his head, and so it's going to be third, and it looks like about 18 yards. So 3rd and 18. You're probably in a punting situation right here. However, you had that big running back take it 45 yards against the Redskins just a minute ago, so you may or may not start thinking about 4-down territory, but with 3rd and 18, you're going to have to pick something up if you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, we're going to have to get at least half of it here, I would believe. Michael, we got a single back, shotgun formation.
If I'm the quarterback right here, I'm going to start looking for number 15, Mr. Glue, Joseph Bushman. He's played tight off the line. Oh, he's held by number 88. Goes to 22, Nevin. And they don't call it down here. Number 88 just completely holds Joseph Bushman.
We do have a flag here.
Do we have a flag?
Looks like we have a flag here.
I was going to say, I don't know how you call that. Where I come from back in the day, they used to call that a mugging. You know, when you grab a guy around the pants like that, and you try to hold him and throw him down, they call that a mugging.
It is another holding right here, Michael. Good call.
Okay, so it looks like after the holding, defensive holding on Santa Cruz.
It should be an automatic 1st down.
So he's going to give him that. Looks like, I was hoping for 10 yards. Looked like he gave him about 8.5. But so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Yeah, about 3rd and 9, James.
Yeah, it's a replay of downs. I guess it's not the NFL where it's an automatic.
You know,
first down.
It's not Sunday. It's just Saturday. So tomorrow, when we're calling games for ESPN, you and I we'll be back to them old rules.
All right, thank you.
But after that defense, I was looking down there and I'm thinking to myself, if I'm the quarterback, I'm going to 15. So I'm watching Joseph Bushman. He almost got tackled coming off the line, and the refs saw good job. This officiating crew's done a fantastic job out here today. Good calls by the officiating crew on both sides. And they've just really done a good job. These teams have played a good, clean game, but this officiating crew has really been able to see things on the field. And so it's going to be a 3rd and 9 for St. John's. They're inside Santa Cruz territory. They're on the 40-yard line of Santa Cruz. There's 11:48 to go. Like I said, the game is tied up 20-20. And I'm guessing St. John's is probably in 4-down territory. But St. John's, I think, is going to call a timeout. They do call a timeout. So after all that time goes by, St. John's calls a timeout. Probably a smart timeout right here because you definitely do need a 1st down. You'd hate to see him lose this opportunity right here.
Yeah, we got to get this right. It's getting down to crunch time now, Michael, with 11:48 left. Game, the score's tied, and we have everything that both teams do from here on out is going to be a crucial point in the game.
All right, so Santa Cruz had their quarterback hurt late in the 1st half. He's come back on the field. He's the younger brother of their all-star running back, 30. One's a junior, one's a senior. They've played a phenomenal game, and he's done what he's done. St. John's has held him well below his 210-yard-a-game average, but he has had some nice runs. One of them was called back on a penalty. Santa Cruz is doing a good job with their lines. St. John's line, like they did last week against Scottsdale, they've done a great job here against Santa Cruz. Super impressed with St. John's line. I mean, guys like Nicholas Patterson, Jacob Skousen. You got Brady Overson out there. Jay Wall doing a phenomenal job. Just a lot of neat things. Riley Green's played a great job. Can't say enough about these guys. Brady Overson, like I said, of course, Afton Cox done a great job on the line, and they're just chewing people up out there. Carl Bigman's done a phenomenal job there. So the line from St. John's has just been outstanding. So back to the game. Kel Stewart in the shotgun, possibly looking for Joseph Bushman, number 15, who runs a slant. He gets pressured, rolls to his left, points, throws a big pass down there to number 9. Oh, and he almost catches it in the corner. Barely misses off his hands. Super hard pass to catch. Number 35 in his face. And it was just a little bit tall. He almost had it. That would have been probably a 1st and goal down there, but just a nice miss. We needed about 8 yards, 9 yards. Looks like we were trying to get about 39 yards. So it's going to end up being 4th and 9.
So it looks like we'll drop back to punt it here, Michael.
So Double Jets is back there for Santa Cruz. Double Jets is number 88, Steve Calvin. He just returned the last punt for a touchdown. So Double Jets is back there, 88. For St. John's, you got to think about getting it away from him. And they do kick it to the corner away from him. Down there's number 19. He fair catches the ball. He drops it, but he lands on it. And it's going to be inside the 10, so you can't ask for much better than that.
That was a nice punt there by Nick Patterson, pinning them deep down in their territory.
That's a college-type punt. High in the air, angles it to the opposite side of the field, gives his guys time to get there. The ball lands on the 7.
Had to call a fair catch because it was so high.
Had to call a fair catch because so Double Jets doesn't get off the launch pad. Steve Calvin, number 88. So Santa Cruz is going to start on their own 7-yard line. Wow, this is a big drive right here. 11:31 to go in the fourth quarter. The game is knotted up at 20. St. John's has Santa Cruz backed up, and you can see the junior, number 3, Mr. Ogle, is going to be taking the snap. Gives it to his brother, the big senior running back, who goes straight up the middle, and that guy just moves bodies. I mean, St. John's is huge up front, and he still moves bodies for about 4 yards when there should have been nothing.
Yeah, he's a powerful runner, and he hasn't slowed down much, Michael. He's got his momentum going the second half, and he obviously is in shape, conditioned well.
So going back there, here we go again. Santa Cruz with the ball. Wyatt Ogle, number 3, in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's got 4 receivers out, gives it to his brother up again, and he bursts up the middle. His brother, number 1, trips and goes down, and it looks like James Thomas is going to throw him down at the 42-yard line after he bursts up there for about a 35-yard gain, and there you go.
That was a good defensive play right there by number 9, James Thomas. He was actually the corner there, and he comes up on a power, gets in, grabs a hold of him, and helps get the tackle with Deion Perry, but not after a big gain.
Well, if James Thomas wouldn't have made that tackle right there, that goes for a touchdown because Deion Perry actually slipped and went down. He actually slipped and went down. Now this play, St. John's bottles up big number 30.
Yeah, they're going to that different formation there. Michael said that bunch formation, and they're just running power out of that, kind of spreading us out a little bit more because their bunch formation, which I like to call the Alchese formation, it's not working well. St. John's is plugging that up in the middle, and then they spread us out a little bit, and that's where they're getting their success on their powers now. They're
trying to take those outside linebackers and split them out and make them come out so they can't pinch the middle, and it's worked for Santa Cruz on that 35-yard run. They're going to go back that bunch formation right here on 2nd and 8 on their own 45-yard line. It's a jet sweep to Double Jets. He tries to go, but he's definitely not as strong as number 30, and St. John's takes him down after it looks like about a 3 or a 4-yard gain. So this is a huge third down. Santa Cruz is on their own 49-yard line. It looks like it's about a 3rd and 4, and Santa Cruz, if they don't convert right here, I'm guessing you're going to see them punt the ball. I don't think they're going to go for it in their own territory. So a massive third down right here for the St. John's Redskins.
Yeah, we're going to have to hold them here for no gain or maybe a loss of gain because I bet you if it's 4th and close, they may go for the running backs that they have, the caliber running backs that Santa Cruz has.
Yeah, they do have some great ones. So Ogle takes it from the shotgun. He's got 3 backs in the backfield. He gives it. Ogle goes straight up the middle, and he gets hit, and he goes down. He's going to be about, a yard short, James?
Depends on where this judge on this side, the judge on this side marked him for a first down.
Wow, okay. So the far side judge looked like he's about a yard back. This near side judge is about a yard and a half up, and he says go for the first down. So the junior, Wyatt Ogle, calls his own number out of the shotgun, goes over the left side, and gets enough for the first down. So it's going to be 1st and down. Santa Cruz is on St. John's 47-yard line. There's 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go. He gets the play from the sideline. His brother is back in the game, number 30. That's Hunter Ogle in the backfield with his brother, Wyatt Ogle. St. John's has 10 guys within 4 yards of the ball. They give it to the jet sweep.
Jet sweep on the outside, and
there he goes. He cuts to the inside, and Calvin Jr. is going to score. Oh, we're going to get a flag on the play. I don't know if it's excessive celebration or a block in the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I see Deion Perry over here out of bounds. I don't know if we got a block in the back from Santa Cruz or what we got.
I think it may be a block in the back. Deion Perry was trying to turn around to make that play, and he got shot out of bounds. And if that's a block in the back, that's going to bring back a touchdown. St. John's is going to have another opportunity. It looked too early for excessive celebration, although the Sand Devils were going pretty crazy, which they probably should be.
Got a touchdown, unsportsmanlike after.
So it is the excessive celebration. They're jumping up, and half the team ran onto the field, which they're young kids. They're excited.
Absolutely.
But they did get called for the penalty, so it's going to back this up. And I don't know if they're going to knock 15 yards on this. It's going to go back to the 18-yard line, which is 28. Add 7 onto that, and you're looking at a 35-yard field goal.
Well, Michael, no, I was going to say maybe they called it on us, but I think that'll go on the kickoff.
If they do a 15-yard on the kickoff, then they're going to be kicking from the 25-yard line, which can give us some real good possession here. This is a big deal on this extra point. They've had some trouble on these extra point kicks. Number 10 is kicking it. That's Angel Roman for Santa Cruz. Of course, the holder's the big senior running back, Ogle. That kick looks like it's up, and it's good. That's a nice field goal right there. So Santa Cruz goes up 27-20 over the St. Johns Redskins with 8:56 to go here in this fourth quarter. Man, this is a good football game. These are two big physical football teams. A lot of seniors, a lot of veterans, and they're just grinding each other out. Santa Cruz is able to get a couple big plays. If you'll go back and think, to start the second half, Santa Cruz was 12 points. It was 12-14. The only 2 touchdowns they've scored have come with 88 running it twice. Big double jets. He got the punt return for a touchdown, and he got that big jet sweep for a touchdown. And then, of course, Ogle went in and got the nice touchdown there after his own 45-yard run. So Santa Cruz has put a lot of points on the board here in the second half.
And really, like you said, Michael, they've most capitalized on the Redskins special teams mishaps.
Special teams will make or break you in big football games like this. You cannot afford errors in special teams, and so that's what we're seeing today from the Redskins. They've struggled a little bit in the special teams category, although they've done an outstanding job. Offense, defense, the players are playing really, really well. There's just been a few things that just haven't gone their way. So as Santa Cruz gets set to kick off from their own 25-yard line because of that excessive celebration, number 10 for Santa Cruz is going to be doing the kicking. Of course, that's Angel Roman. He's going to be kicking deep to Dion Perry and James Thomas. James Thomas had a 55-yard kickoff return all the way up the middle to give St. John's phenomenal field position. The Redskins are hoping he can do it again, and Roman does a squib down the sideline. It's picked up by number 48, who's tackled by his own man, Joseph Bushman. But 48 actually slips out of the tackle of his own man, Joseph Bushman.
I believe that's Tel Parker right there, and Bushman was probably afraid of him running the ball and getting fumbled.
So Tel Parker picks it up.
Great hands by Tel Parker.
And he does a great job catching it. Gets about 5 yards. So the Redskins are going to have great field position. It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. So they've only got 53 yards to go to tie this game up with 8:52 left here in the fourth quarter. The winner of this, of course, goes on to the state championship football game as Kel Stewart in the shotgun with the trusty Ira Tolis in the background. Throws a slant out to number 22, Nevin, who gets a first down. He's to the 40. Oh, and he runs.
Lowers that shoulder and hits number 3, Ogle, on that run. Nice catch, nice run by Slade Nevin.
Man, Slade Nevin, beautiful little float throw out there by the quarterback. He gets it to Slade Nevin. Slade Nevin, a big linebacker, puts his shoulder down and runs over number 3, who is the quarterback for Santa Cruz, just plows him into the ground. And St. John's is into Santa Cruz territory. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Santa Cruz 38-yard line as St. John's breaks the huddle. James Thomas comes out to that slot receiver. He's got Joseph Bushman out there with him. James Thomas is far left now. Joseph Bushman on the slot with Slade Nevin close. Kel Thomas calls for the ball. He rolls to the left on a designed rollout, throws it. And I don't know that we're going to see pass interference or not. It looks like there will not be a flag on number 33, Ellington, as 22 tries to catch the ball for St. John's, Slade Nevin. There is a hurt player for Santa Cruz. That's number 52 that's down on the ground for Santa Cruz. Looks like he's a little bit shaken up. He got landed on. That's Robert Maladondo. He's a junior, 5'7", but he was landed on by the big lineman from St. John's. And so the play's going to stop here for a minute. When play resumes, it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the Santa Cruz 38-yard line. James, you saw that designed rollout. We had like a flood left, basically, with 3 receivers at 5, 10, and 15 yards as Kel Stewart rolled out. He tried to hit number 22, Slade Nevin.
Yeah, we had some the wideout in the slot on this side go across, and then the tight end comes across the field this way. So it's supposed to open it up, but the linebacker for Santa Cruz stuck right with Nevin and broke up the pass.
So big number 52, Robert Maladondo, comes off the field. That's good to see him. Okay, his neck, he may have a little stinger. He's favoring his neck and rotating that around. St. John's comes back to the line of scrimmage. Guns N' Roses playing in the background. Greatest rock and roll band of all time with Welcome to the Jungle coming over the speakers as Kel Stewart under center takes the snap, pitches it out to Ira Tolis on the big wide out. Oh, he stiff arms a man in the backfield, 7 yards in the backfield. He stiff arms number 15. He's another turf victim of Ira Tolis, but Ira Tolis gets back and gets probably about 3 yards right there when he could have been stopped for about 6 yards in the backfield. So Ira Tolis again getting around with those stiff arms. It's going to be 3rd and at least 8 for St. John's. They are on the 36-yard line of the Santa Cruz Sand Devils. So let's see what the Dust Devils call up right here. It looks like they're only running a 3-man front half the time. It does look like they're tired. I think St. John's is tired as well. Everybody's tired on this game. Dion Perry out wide to the right. Nevins out in the slot. James right next to it. It's a slant right. He's going to throw it underneath to James Thomas. James Thomas was open. He jukes a man. He's got a big lineup over here. He's going to go deep to the end zone. It's all the way down there. Oh!
Almost caught.
Number 15, Joseph Bushman, could have had a touchdown right there. He pushed off of the defender just a little bit to try to get some separation. I think he may have not seen through the hands of the defender, but went right through the top. Man, that was a nice throw. I think he thought it was going to come up a little bit higher. There's 8:20 to go in the third period. 27-20, Santa Cruz is leading. That was a beautiful pass by Kel Stewart, about 50 yards in the air. Threw it from his 45, and it was about 5 yards into the end zone. And
this is the biggest play of the game right here, Michael. We got 4th down and 7 for the Redskins.
Yep. If the Redskins don't convert right here, they're going to turn it over on downs to Santa Cruz. So they're going for it on 4th and 7. A lot of pressure up the middle. Screen pass to number 15, Joseph Bushman. Joseph Bushman tries to cut to the outside. He fumbles the ball. They're going to call it down on the ground by contact. If he would have slanted up, he may have had it. He tried to get the outside, but these Santa Cruz defenders are quick, and they got there before he did. You can hear the Santa Cruz fans banging cowbells, super excited. So St. John's gives it up on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Santa Cruz Sand Devils. It's going to be at the, 33-yard line is what it looks like. And so the Santa Cruz Dust Devils hold on 4th and 8. That was a nicely designed play, though. That underneath screen to Joseph Bushman coming across the middle. I thought he was going to cut up. He thought he could get the outside. He just got tripped up and didn't quite get there. So St. John's has to make a stand right here.
We're going to have to get some urgency kicked up here, and we're going to have to make a hold right here.
If I'm Santa Cruz, I'm seeing a lot of straight up the middle type stuff. If there's any openings, and just run the clock out. St. John's, great job right there. Massive penetration. There's 8 minutes to go in the 4th period. Clock is running. Santa Cruz is going to lose about a yard on the play. So it's going to be probably about 2nd and 11 right here. You're going to see, again, just a steady diet, I assume, of running backs up the middle. Santa Cruz has got to be careful, though. There's a lot of time left. If they just turn the ball back over on a 3 and out, they haven't done a whole lot. So my guess is you're going to see a jet sweep. You're going to see a trap counter.
Here goes that spread out formation again, Michael. We'll see if we get that power up there. It goes
right up the middle. That's a beautiful job by number 22 right there for the Redskins coming in. This slants in. Slade Nevin just cuts him down like a lumberjack.
We weren't fooled that time when they spread us out. We knew what was coming, and Slade Nevin went in there and made a nice tackle.
So here comes the three amigos for Santa Cruz, number 89, number 88, double jets, Calvin Jr., and, of course, big number 30, who has done it all for Santa Cruz today. They all three come into the game, so you're either going to see that big jet sweep to the outside or you're going to see that house sweep where everybody goes, and they give it to number 30, Ogle, and he looks for a hole right here because Santa Cruz has got to get 9 yards. Oh, he fumbles the snap. And so it's going to be a broken play, and St. John's is going to take him down for no gain. So it's going to be 4th and 9, Santa Cruz on their own 35. And I think we're going to see a punt right here with 6:45 to go in the 4th period. That's a big stand by St. John's right there. That snap came out of the center like a rocket and almost lost the ball, but Ogle, their quarterback, the junior, was able to hold on to it. So his brother, Hunter Ogle, you're going to see him punt the ball right here for Santa Cruz. And if I'm St. John's, I'm doing nothing but looking for a fake punt right here as I send all the way back. It looks like that is Ira Tolis back deep to receive the punt. Ogle does kick the ball. It's a nice end over end. It's a short punt. Ira Tolis does catch it. He gets tackled right there where he catches it. It looks like double jets. Calvin Jr. gets him down. Nice coverage there by Calvin Jr. for Santa Cruz. He's had 2 touchdowns in the second half. Ira Tolis can't get away, and so St. John's is going to start. What is it? It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Oh, this is it right here.
We've got 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Santa Cruz winning 27-20. This is the drive of the game.
Drive of the game right here. Santa Cruz only took about a minute and 43 seconds off the clock right there. So St. John's gets the ball back, although they don't have good field position like they did a minute ago. They were on Santa Cruz's 35. Now they're on their own 34. So quite a shift in yardage. Up to Ira Tolis. Goes off the left side. Ira Tolis for the – he goes up the middle. Ira Tolis runs him over at the 40-yard line. And St. John's, Ira Tolis with 10, 20, a 31-yard run.
Nice run by Ira Tolis.
Big Ira Tolis comes to the out. He goes to the right side. Amazing blocking there by the line. James Thomas springs that play. He blows that kid to the sideline. Tolis steps up in the middle of the James Thomas block and takes it 31 yards down that right sideline, and it is 1st and 10. St. John's on Santa Cruz's 40-yard line. So they're 40 yards from pay dirt. You got the sure-handed glue. Joseph Bushman slants out. He's double jets is guarding him, giving him a 10-yard cushion. It goes to Ira Tolis up the middle. Ira Tolis gets about 3 yards, maybe 4, and there's going to be on the 35-yard line if they spot him there. So it's a 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Santa Cruz is coming up to the line. They're waiting. They're already in their defensive formation. It looks like they're running a 4-3 or sometimes a 4-5 flex, depending on if we have 2 or 3 running backs back there and where we slot our receivers out. Bushman comes out wide to the left. Heap is out wide to the right. Nevin is in the slot to the right. James Thomas is on the tight end to the right. It's a give to Ira Tolis. Ira Tolis to the outside. Ira Tolis goes up the middle. Ira Tolis to the 10. He's to the 5. He's still running, and Ira Tolis takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. There are no flags on the field. No flags on the field that I can see except for, oh, sure enough, right there on the 32-yard line, holding on St. John's. That is the 5th holding call on St. John's. That's the 5th time that St. John's has had a 10 or more yard run that they've been called for holding. So for the 5th time this game, the ball is snapped, the run goes off for at least 10 or more yards, and for the 5th time this game, St. John's is called for holding. So instead of being 1st and goal on the 5, St. John's is all the way back to 2nd and 15 on the 45 of Santa Cruz. That's literally a 40-yard flip around right there. That cost St. John's 40 yards on that holding play. So St. John's should have been 1st and 5, goal line, looking to score. They're back on Santa Cruz's 45 because that's the 5th holding call that's been on them for a run of over 10 yards. So St. John's, 2nd and 15 on the 45. Pressure coming. Oh, and Kale gets out. Kale scrambles out at 35, makes a beautiful throw. Oh, a 19 right through the hands of Heat.
That was a nice
and it looks
play.
like they're not going to call roughing the passer. The referee, the white hat standing back there. Number 11 threw the ball. He was hit hard in the back after the ball left his hands. It knocked him down. He lost his mouthpiece. He found his mouthpiece. He does not get called for a late hit on the 40. And I guess it's going to be 3rd and 15 because that late hit does not get called. Usually when you hit a quarterback after he throws the ball, his mouthpiece comes out. He flips onto the ground. Usually you'll see a flag thrown. That doesn't happen by the white hat. So a break for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. Go back and watch that video if you want to see what roughing the passer looks like. Anyways, it's a good thing that there is 3rd and 13. Kell takes the snap, drops back. Nice throw over the middle to 22, Nevin. So it's going to be, if there's no flags on the play, let's see. Any flags? I don't see any flags. Could be flags. No flags. Okay. No flags this time. It's going to be 3rd and, looks like 3rd and 2.
Should be 4th, Michael.
Yeah.
4th down.
They're going to go for it. They're going to flip it. So 4th and 2. It's going to be 4th and 2. It's going to be on the Santa Cruz 32-yard line. There's 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go. By the time St. John snaps this ball, it's going to be under 4 minutes to go. No one looks like they're in a hurry down there. So, with that being said, St. John's comes to the line. Kel Stewart is under center. We've got a wishbone formation. There's 11 guys on the line for Santa Cruz. They give it to James Thomas. And big James Thomas works his way forward, and it looks like they're going to give him a first down. The far side line judge looks like he's going to say he's there. He's standing on the 30, which would give it to him. He does. He signals for a first down. There are no flags on the field that I see.
Nice run there. Keep running his feet by James Thomas. Gets a 2.5 yards when he needed to. The line did a great job. Got just enough push. Kept us in this ball game here, Michael.
So you saw James Thomas get hit behind the line of scrimmage. That linebacker came through, had him on the side. He ran through that arm tackle. got hit at the yard marker and then pushed forward for another half yard, got some help from that pulling lineman, and it looks like St. John's is going to be 1st and 10 on their own 30. Kel Stewart goes back to take the snap. Ira Tolles in the backfield with him. The give is to Ira Tolles. He takes around side, slips a tackle, slips a second tackle, and looks like he's going to get about 3 yards. It doesn't look like St. John's is hoping for another drive because there's going to be less than 3 minutes on the clock when they snap this ball on this second down play. And the clock is starting to get dangerously close to just keep walking around out there and taking a lot of time off. So there's less than 3 minutes to go. St. John's is down by 7. It's 2nd and 7. The ball is on the 27-yard line for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils as St. John's comes to the line. James, what do you want to see here? A pass? You want to see a run?
No, we've been getting behind the chains on a rollout pass. We have a pass. I hope it's just a quick slant or something like that.
And here comes the pass. Pressure. Kel Stewart goes to take it up the middle. Had he not tripped, he would have got another 5 yards. As it is, he gains about a yard there, so it's going to be about a 3rd and 6. Probably about a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 right here as the Redskins come to the ball. There's only 2 minutes and 22 seconds left, and the Redskins are just kind of walking to the ball. They're just kind of taking their time, and we're almost under 2 minutes to play. And the Redskins still have to go 26 yards, 27 yards to get a touchdown. Joseph Bushman is out here wide to the left. James Thomas is in the slot. Ira Tolles gets the ball in the backfield, bounces it to the outside, tries to cut back, gets taken down by number 33 of Santa Cruz. It's going to be a 7-yard loss for the Redskins as Ira Tolles gets taken down on nice penetration by number 33 for Santa Cruz. And so St. John's is going to end up with another 4th down play. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 10. They're on Santa Cruz's 30-yard line. This is for the game because there is a minute and 35 seconds to go. St. John's is taking their time. I guess they're not going to call a timeout. If they are going to call it, yep, there they go. They do call a timeout. The clock, no, they call a timeout, but they let about 35 seconds run off the clock, maybe 33 seconds run off the clock. They call a timeout with a minute 23 to go. I'm guessing they have 2 left because I don't know that they've used any so far. So St. John's in a tough situation. It's 4th and 10. Ball's on the 30-yard line. Santa Cruz has been holding tight. And James, you going to throw a pass here, I guess? Or are they going to try to throw a screen, maybe a slant over the middle?
Well, we got 4th and 10, looks like here, Michael. Yeah, we're going to have to do some type of screen because Santa Cruz got some linebackers and their safeties that can fly up. It looks like you're going to get a first down, and they're flying in there. So if you don't get at least close to the first down marker, you've seen him. Most people can't track Tolles down, but Tolles looks like he's in the wide out flats there, and then somebody comes flying in and gets him. So I'm going to expect to see some type of pass here.
I'm guessing you got it. Maybe go to Joseph Bushman. Sladen Evans had a couple nice catches so far. Joseph Bushman's had some amazing catches. There's been some opportunities for some receivers over the game. There's been a few drops, but not bad. So it's going to be real interesting to see what St. John's dials up right here. Of course, the crowds are wound up. Everybody's standing up. St. John's is going into the sun, which is good because the receivers won't be looking into the sun. So here it goes, 4th and 10. Kel Stewart under center. He takes the snap. He drops back, pressure up the middle. He goes up. He's going to be sacked. He doesn't throw the ball. He fumbles the ball. It's picked up by St. John's, and it looks like with a minute and 15 seconds to go, Santa Cruz sacks Kel Stewart. Number 11, Kel Stewart gets sacked by Santa Cruz. Nice pressure up the middle. They can't get the pass off. He was looking deep into the end zone in the slant corner, and he just didn't quite have enough time to get the ball there. I think St. John's has 2 timeouts. So Santa Cruz is going to take over. They're going to take over on their own. It looks like it's going to be the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Santa Cruz. There's a minute and 15 seconds to go. It's the 4th quarter. Santa Cruz is up 27-20. St. John's, I believe, has 2 timeouts, but Santa Cruz is going into a victory formation where they're going to hike it to number 30, their big senior running back. He takes it right up the middle and gets tripped and goes for 8 yards. So Santa Cruz is not content to kneel on the ball. They're not going to go into victory formation. They run it up the middle. They get about 8 yards. And so what's going to happen here is the clock's going to keep running. We're down under a minute. By the time Santa Cruz hikes this ball, if St. John's does not call a timeout, there's going to be about 30 seconds, maybe 25 seconds on the clock when they hike the ball right here.
Well, if you remember, Michael, I'm pretty sure St. John's burned one of them timeouts early in the 3rd quarter,
That's right.
So they may only have 1 left.
So you're going to watch the back judge back here. He's at 4, at 3, and they're going to hike it. It goes to number 30. He goes to the outside. He breaks it to the outside. He gets tripped up right there by number 28, Ira Tullis. He goes down. He doesn't fumble the ball, but he does get a first down. So essentially the game is over for the St. Johns Redskins, barring something weird like a fumble. Super surprised that Santa Cruz would run the ball like that. If they fumble right there, which he almost did getting tripped up, St. Johns gets it back and gets a chance. I would assume Santa Cruz is going to be smart enough to just nil the ball right here. Or maybe it'll run out. We're down to 26 seconds, and they wound the clock because the yard markers moved. So looks like the game's over. I want to say a huge thank you to you, James Thomas, for being out here, for coaching all these years. You've coached most of these kids on the field. These kids have had a phenomenal season. We've seen some great running by Ira Tola, some great blocking by James Thomas. The quarterback play by Kel Stewart's been outstanding. And St. John's line has done an amazing job. Those big linemen out there, number 58, Brady Overson. Green's done a great job. Afton Cox. Of course, you got Nicholas Patterson out there. And then, of course, you got Scalzon's done a wonderful job. Jay Wall, number 60, is a sophomore center. Done a really good job. Dion Perry's made some great tackles. Joseph Bushman's had some amazing catches out there. And really, St. John's defense has done a phenomenal job. There was just a couple big plays by number 88 from Santa Cruz that broke this game wide open. He had the long punt return for a touchdown, and then he had the 53-yard run off a jet sweep for a touchdown. Other than that, St. John's held them, and the score would St. John's be winning right now. So minus those two big plays, St. John's defense really has done a great job. These boys should hold their head up high.
Absolutely. They both teams battled hard all day. It was a great 4 quarters of football, and the Redskins look like they're just going to come up a little short, but that's not due to lack of effort right there.
No, and unfortunately, I hate to say this because no one wants to hear this, but I will have to say we had 3 plays called back on penalties where we were inside the 10-yard line. We had 2 in the first half. We had 1 down here in the second half where Ira Tullis went all the way down with keep down here all the way to the 4-yard line, got called back on holding. We had 5 plays called back. There were big, massive plays, 5 of them called back on holding, and you hate to see that. It would have helped if, we've got the call here on roughing the passer right down that last series of downs. That would have helped, obviously, but hats off to Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz did a great job today. They came out, they played hard. Their line played hard. They didn't give up. Their quarterback was super tough. He was injured. He did a good job. So hats off to Santa Cruz. They are going to go to the 2A state championship game next week. The Santa Cruz Dust Devils are successful against the St. John's Redskins as time runs out here at Higley High School. Santa Cruz 27, St. John's Redskins 20. A beautiful game, wonderful fought game. This is what high school football is all about. They really did a good job with the Redskins. They gave themselves plenty of opportunities to win. Barring some unfortunate penalties, they would have been right there with them and probably would have won the game. So hats off to the Redskins.
Yeah, Michael, just want to say thanks for this opportunity, for letting me come with you the last couple weeks and do this, and I appreciate, again, everything you do for our community and all the kids and the youth and the community and the whole Apache County. We appreciate that, Michael.
Hey, my friend, thanks for raising a wonderful son. He did a great job. Thanks for coaching all these kids. They did a wonderful job. And to coach Mike Morgan, John Richardson, Coach G, who's not with us this year, all the other coaches, you guys did a phenomenal job getting this team ready. They played hard. You guys barely lost. A beautiful game here, just a simple loss. So congratulations to the Redskins on an amazing season, making it to the semifinals. I want to thank Victor Chavez, the guy that's flying this space shuttle for us. I want to thank Kel Hancock for being here with his dad, Paul Hancock. And, of course, Judge Mike Latham for putting this all together, for having the vision, using the time, the energy of these kids at the loft, getting all these students together, teaching them all of the technical aspects of how to put the cameras together, the sound systems, run the videos, fade in and out, go to instant replay. Victor Chavez has been teaching them all that, and it's just a great experience for these kids to be down here learning all these skills. Gives them a lot of confidence as they go forward out of high school. So it's a huge benefit to the community, huge benefit to the program. And the Redskins, true to form, whether they win, lose, or draw, they line up for the Redskins Jacks. There's some players out there that will never play football again. I think I have some of them right. I'd like to talk about the seniors for just a minute. Guys like Dion Perry, Gage Heap, of course. You've got Alex Pettit, who's done an amazing job as a senior. Joseph Bushman, Mr. Glue, as a senior. And then, of course, you've got Slade Nevin, who played his heart out today. Mr. Do-It-All, Ira Tullis. Redskins wouldn't be here without him. He's a senior doing a great job. Gage Tricky kicking, making nice tackles down there on the goal line stand. Of course, number 34, Dason Spencer. He's a senior as well. Nicholas Patterson started as a freshman. He's been a phenomenal all-state lineman forever. The big 6'2", 275-pound lineman Nicholas Patterson. Also, Jacob Skousen, not as big, but plays huge. And Jacob Skousen did an amazing job this season getting in there. Of course, Carl Bigman did a good job as a senior on the line. A lot of key blocks there. And then Brady Overson had that interception against Scottsdale Christian. He's been playing hard all year, running people over, pulling people down super fast for a defensive end. It's been just an awesome seeing him out there playing. I hope I haven't missed any other seniors. Oh, I've got to talk about Gavin Harris, of course.
Absolutely.
I forgot about him. I'd seen him out there. He's doing a great job out there, the big 6'2", 180-pound senior. He's done a wonderful job. And then, of course, Cornelio Cruz, he's done. So these seniors, I think that's everybody that we have as seniors on the roster. I hope I did not miss a senior, but this senior class was phenomenal. You guys have been great for so many years. You've given so much to this program. So a huge thank you from all of the St. John's fans, the citizens, the school, for all the amazing time and effort you've put in and what you've done to keep this team and get us all the way back to the state semifinals. All right, St. John's 20, Santa Cruz 27. A beautiful game, hard fought, came down to a couple of big plays like we thought it would, and St. John's is going to go home holding their heads high, proud with all the way to the state semifinals. Santa Cruz is going to go on to the state championship. Best of luck to Santa Cruz, their players, their fans. The Dust Devils had a great game today. We're going to go ahead and sign off. James Thomas, thanks for everything. We'll be back next year to do it again. And Victor, thank you for putting this all together. And thank you, of course, to Legacy Team Productions, Paul Hancock, Judge Latham signing off. Everybody drive home safe, and God bless.